Hey Ninja Warriors, as promised, as discussed, we are here to clear all the mathematics backlog in just one video. Yes. So let me just quickly share that what is the agenda, how are we going to go about today's session. So let me change the slide over here. Yes, backlogs, okay. So 5 chapters and 5 topics we are going to cover in today's session. We'll start with wavy curve method, then trigonometry, then quadratic equations, basics of functions, and we're going to end the session by basics of coordinate geometry. Now, if you look at the wavy curve method, approximate time duration for this particular topic will be 30 to 40 minutes. Then trigonometry and quadratic equation is both are huge chapter, vast chapter, but still we are going to cover both the chapters within 2.5 hours, like 2.5 hours approximately for trigonometry and 2.5 hours for quadratic equations. Then we are going to talk about basics of function, wherein we are going to discuss domain, range, basics of function, basically graphical, basic graphs, okay? And then we are going to cover basics of coordinate geometry. Without these 5 chapters, we all know that your class 12th will be ruined, you'll be frustrated, you'll be irritated, okay? Because see, basics of coordinate geometry, this is a prerequisite chapter for your vector and 3D, correct? Basics of function is nothing but your basics for functions chapter also, but calculus as well, okay? You won't be able to understand limits, continuity, differentiability without basics of function. Then we have quadratic equations. So quadratic equations, again, without this, calculus is incomplete. You will be facing so many problems while doing calculus if you skip quadratic equations, and trigonometry. If you skip trigonometry, you'll face lot of frustration and irritation in complete 12th mathematics, okay? So just in case you feel that, ma'am, I feel that my wavy curve is strong, I need to focus on trigonometry, quadratic and functions. These 3 I think I want to focus, so you can just skip that part and jump directly onto that your preferred backlog chapters, okay? So now, for all of those who are new to the channel or new to this session or new to my session, here is my brief introduction. You can see my name is Namrata and I have over a decade of teaching experience in both online and offline. You can see my credentials over here, but I would like to highlight my NinJa techniques. Yes, in 2026 and 2027, I am going to share a lot of NinJa techniques already, which are going to be helpful for not only for JEE Main but also for JEE Advanced as well. And your seniors, that is JEE 2025 aspirants, will tell you about the NinJa techniques which are going to be super duper helpful, which actually helped 2025 aspirants as well, okay? So now let's start with wavy curve method, also known as method of intervals, right away. Basic definition of function, basic of function. So function. Okay, although the session is dedicated to domain related problems, but before diving into question part, I would like to tell you about something about function. Suppose you are having a mixer. How does a mixer look like? Tell me. So mixer, I think in your kitchen looks like this, a conical shape, basic mixer I am telling you, and there will be blades. Where do you fix your blades? And this is the jar of mixie. Okay, this is a juice or mixie not, juicer, yes. So let me call it as a juicer. Okay, can we call this as a juicer? Yes, Mr. Nothing, you can absolutely listen to this class. 2027 aspirants, this session is for you as well. 2026 aspirants, this session is definitely for you. So this is a juicer. Now tell me one thing, that if I put, there should be, I should put something. Now how does this mixer work? How does this juicer work? So if I put mango, how many of you like mango? Then what do I get? Get mango juice. Mango juice, okay. All right, mango juice. Then if we put watermelon, then we are going to get watermelon juice, okay? Depends on input. We are going to get the output. Yes or no? Watermelon juice. What else? What's your favorite fruit? What is your favorite fruit? What do you want to eat for today, huh? Strawberry? Anybody like strawberry? Strawberries, if I put inside this juicer, I am going to get strawberry juice. Are you getting my point? Okay. All right. Yes. But, what will happen if I put stones in this juicer? If I put stones in this juicer, then what will be the output? If I put stones in the juicer, what will be the outputs? This machine is going to break. Yes or no? The machine is going to break. Yes? All right. What does that mean? What have we learned about this? This is a function basically. This is a function. Now let me tell you, let me draw a mathematical diagram. Okay. So this is your function. You are putting an input and you are getting an output. Everybody, input, output. And this is your function. This is how function operates. And this machine is designed for certain input. You can't put random things in this machine. It is designed for some input, right? Because if you put any other thing other than permissible input, then the machine will not work. Same happens with a function. Okay. So if y is equals to fx is a function. Okay. So y is equals to fx. So this is your f, this is your x, and this is your y. Are you getting my point? X, f, y. So you are putting something inside f. This is how we write f of x, y is equals to fx. Okay. Now again, it depends on function can be of different types. Just like this juicer, you have maybe that wheat grinding machine with you. Okay. So in that you don't put strawberries in that wheat grinding machine. Now what we got? Flour mill. The flour machine. In flour machine, do you put strawberries? Do you put mangoes? No, that is a different machine. So the permissible input of that machine is completely different. So for different types of function, we have different types of input. And there will be some certain set of inputs which we can put. And I mean, now just one question. If you are understanding this nicely, just one question. How will we determine? How will we determine, ma'am? Because see, if there is a juicer, obviously we do have an understanding it is a juicer. If somebody is telling us that this is a juicer, we know in juicer what kind of stuff we put. But if somebody is not telling me this is a juicer, then what to do? Then what shall we do? Then we need to put stones in that, and then we need to run that machine, and then the machine will break and we'll be like, oh, stones are not allowed. So this is a hit and trial process. Are you getting my point? So how to know? Now this x input is nothing but domain. Now I will tell you the definition of domain. What will be the domain? Domain, tell me. So domain is primarily a collection of values of x for which the function is defined. Okay. So in the domain of this function, mangoes are allowed. Domain, that means x. X is equals to mango, watermelon, strawberries, and all the fruits which are not having hard substances. This is your domain. And range will be depending upon what are you putting inside. So mango juice, watermelon juice, strawberries, etc. Whatever you put inside, you will get that. Stones you can't put. Okay. Hard material you can't put. Okay. So suppose now you are having f of x is equals to 1 by x. You also should write y is equals to f of x 1 by x. Now think about it. What could be the domain of this? That means what should I put in the place of x so that your y is defined? Your y is defined. Okay. So your y should be defined. Can anybody tell me? So don't think like that what should I put so that it will get accepted. This is a bad idea. Think differently. Think like a topper. Now tell me, what should I put inside in place of x? What should I put in place of x so that I will get not defined output? Think like that. Don't think like, shall I put 1? Shall I put 2? Shall I put 3? No. Think differently. Think reverse. What should I put so that this becomes not defined? So if I put x is equals to 0, then your y will be 1 by 0, which is not defined. Except 0, I am not able to find any other input at which your y becomes not defined, right? Except 0, every value in your number line will give you y as defined number, yes or no? So how to write domain? Domain will be x belongs to all the values except 0. This is the domain of this particular function. This is your example. I hope that you are aware about domain. We are going to wind up this particular session within 1 to 1.5 hours, okay? Once we start question practice, we'll be done. Okay? Alrighty, next. Okay. Now let me tell you, acha, consider these two functions, especially this particular function. Can anybody tell me what is the domain of y is equals to 1 upon x minus 3? Very basics question we are going to do. And you know what? Trust me, very advanced level question also we are going to do in this session. So we are going to start this session from very scratch. Okay. Sahita, let me check, huh? Yes, y is equals to 1 upon x minus 3. Again, similar category. Now think about it. What should I do with this function? What should I put in place of x so that this becomes not defined? Is there any x? Is there any x for which this function becomes not defined? Think about it. So if I put x is equals to 3, then only it will become not defined. So domain will be x belongs to all real values except 3. Because if I put x is equals to 3, then it will be y is equals to 1 upon 0, which is not allowed. So x can't be 3. Yes? Okay. So I think this type of functions you are aware about. Now we are seeing a very new category function, which is nothing but square root function. Okay. So let me tell you a trick about square root. The moment you see square root, any expression which is inside the square root, this expression, just take that expression out of the square root and make it non-negative. Non-negative means what? Greater than or equals to 0. Okay, keep that in mind. Yes, everybody getting it? And this is first thing. Second thing is, if you see any square root in the denominator, now there is a twist. Now there is a twist. Okay? Yes? So square root, if at all, is in denominator, then what does that mean? That take out this expression which is inside the square root, especially in the denominator, and make it strictly positive, because this cannot be 0. If this becomes 0, 1 upon 0 will become not defined again. But in here, when your square root is in numerator, can it be 0? Square root of 0 is actually allowed. So now coming back to option number B, I told you whenever square root is in a numerator, don't think much, just x minus 2 should be greater than or equals to 0. Can you see? Just apply this trick number 1. So this will give you x greater than or equals to 2. So your domain will be what? Tell me. X belongs to 2 to infinity. Understanding it? Straight lines, next session now. Straight lines will be done on Saturday, my dear students. Okay. So just rules. Okay, so basic rules, that's what I was telling you. Whenever you see 1 upon something, that means something is in denominator. So denominator cannot be 0. Agree? Agree. Whenever you see something inside square root, that's inside star will be greater than or equals to 0. That means non-negative. Correct? And logarithm will come back to logarithm a little later. But I want you to do all the questions. Okay? First 3 questions let's do. And 4th questions in the end we will do. Okay? So I am giving you 30, 30, 30. 90 seconds for all 3 questions. Okay? 90 seconds, ready, ready, ready. Ibu is saying 120 seconds. Okay. So I think option A. Solution of option A. I told you whenever something is in denominator, make it not equals to 0. So x square minus 4 not equals to 0. This implies x square not equals to 4. This implies x is equals to plus minus 4. That x not equals to. So x can be anything and everything except 2 and minus 2. So your domain will be x belongs to all real values except minus 2, comma 2. Okay? Yes, everybody? Let me check. Yes, rock with Naveen. Yes, yes, yes. I have already told you. How many times are you going to ask the same question, huh? Yes, Fasiha, absolutely correct. Now the second question. See, whenever you see square root, whatever is there inside square root, take it out and make it non-negative. How many of you are pro in wavy curve method? You should be absolutely on tips with your wavy curve method. Otherwise, you can't survive mathematics JEE 2026. Then this is x plus 2, x minus 2 greater than or equals to 0. Correct? Now if you put minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2. Now obviously plus minus plus, you are looking for greater than or equals to 0. So first this region and this region, your answer will be, domain will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2, close union 2 to infinity. Okay. Everybody? Yes. What about C? Everybody, let's talk about C now. C option. C option. C is now, understand. I think directly you can answer C. You don't have to perform everything because see, I told you now, whenever your square root is in denominator, just remember that equality will get removed. Only thing which will change in these two will be what? Here you can apply equality. Here you cannot apply equality. So x square minus 4 greater than 0. So x plus 2, x minus 2 greater than 0. So if you plot minus 2, 2, because equality is not there, your answer will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2, union 2 to infinity. Just the open bracket. Okay? Just the open bracket. Alrighty, clear, clear, clear. Now what about this? Y is equals to log x square minus 1 to the base 10. For that, let me tell you something about log function. So y is equals to log of n to the base a. Okay, so understand this. So you have log of n to the base a, correct? Here the number which you are seeing over here, this number will always positive. Second, the base which you are seeing over here, it will also be positive, but at the same time, it can never be 1. Just remember these two things and you are done with logarithm domain. Okay, you are done with logarithm domain. Okay, just remember this. So log cannot have, this is not possible. Log of 0 is not allowed. Log of negative number is also not allowed. And log of positive is allowed. Remember that meme? So this is no. This is also no. And this is also Okay, like that. Okay. Chalo, if you are aware about this, then let's talk about this. Obviously, the base is 10, which is greater than 0 and not equals to 1. So basically, you don't have to worry about anything. But what about this? Can you see x square minus 1? So log of x square minus 1. So x square minus 1 will be strictly greater than 0, not even 0. Equality will also not be there. Wavy curve. X plus 1, x minus 1 greater than 0. Critical points minus 1, 1. And you are having plus, minus, plus. Okay. So x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1. Union 1 to infinity. This is your domain of D. ABCD, all 4 parts done and dusted? Yes. Okay. Shall I move on to the next problem? Next problem ready? How many of you are next problem ready? How many of you are next problem ready? I am going to give you 60 seconds to solve this question. 60 seconds. Okay. "60 seconds, my warriors." Okay. 30 more seconds to go. All right, students are saying C. Let's see that C is correct or not. Okay, I told you, whenever you see square root in numerator, make it x square minus 3x plus 2 should be greater than or equals to 0. How many of you have done this? Now splitting the middle term. X minus 1, x minus 2 greater than or equals to 0. On the number line, just plot the critical points. 1 and 2, positive, negative, positive. And from here, greater than or equals to 0 means positive. So finally, x belongs to minus infinity to 1, union 2 to infinity. Minus infinity to 1, and that to see D option is incorrect because open bracket, there is an equality over here. So C is absolutely correct. Okay. Yes. Clear? Next question ready? How many of you are next question ready? This is the next question. What is the domain of this function? Are we learning? Are we learning? We started with the very basic, the definition of function. And you know what? We are doing very good problems on domain. And we are going to increase difficulty level. Okay? This session is going to be very much fruitful for you. So now log of 2 minus x square. So 2 minus x square will be greater than 0 because I told you log of a number. See, base is already sorted. Now, base, so I don't have to worry. Number inside the log should be strictly positive. Now, let me multiply with a negative sign. Remember Wavy curve method. X square minus 2 is less than 0. Now, split x minus root 2 and x plus root 2 less than 0. Plot the critical points on the number line. Okay. This is positive, negative, positive. You are looking for negative this time, less than 0. That means this particular interval and inequality is there. Equal is not there. So no need of close bracket rejected. Close bracket rejected. Either A or D. Right from the beginning we can eliminate the options, right? Because there is a strict greater sign. So x belongs to this region, minus root 2 open to root 2 open. Option D, 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 D. Vitamin D. Yes, vitamin D is absolutely correct. Okay. Getting it? Yes. Okay. All right. Now two questions. Two questions back to back. Okay. So let me give you some time. Since this question is slightly difficult, I will give you total 120 seconds to solve the question. 60 plus 60. Quickly in the chat box, do let me know. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay. Modulus and trigonometry for range. Yes, Nitish. Yes, modulus will be there. Trigonometry will be involved. Yes, we are going to, as the session proceeds, the last couple of questions, last 5 to 6 questions are dedicated to modulus. Then, in fact, greatest integer function as well, fractional part as well. So, we are going to do difficult questions on range as well. Do not worry about it, huh? One student is asking, is this for 11th or 12th? Trust me, this is for JEE, okay? And this is going to help you in your more competitive examination along with your CBSE boards or other state boards as well. So there is no segregation 11th and 12th. Relations and functions is in 11th and 12th as well. I am helping you with the domain and range basic to advanced level, okay? All right, yes. So A part, let's do this. Okay, A part, okay. Y is equals to log 4 minus x square. So now we know that log x. So first thing is number should always be positive. First thing. And the second thing is base should be positive and at the same time not equals to 1. Okay, so we need to take care of 1, 2, 3, all three things. That means we need to take intersection, my dear students. One by one, let's talk about each and everything. So if you solve this, what will you get? So you need to multiply with the negative sign. X square minus 4 is less than 0. And this will give you what? X plus 2, x minus 2 less than 0. If you plot this on number line, negative part will be selected. So finally x belongs to minus 2 to 2. But here is a catch. Second thing, the base cannot be negative. So you can't pick negative values. X should always be positive but not equals to 1 as well. So we need to discard some values. If you take intersection of 1 and 2, so finally intersection final domain will be what? Domain will be x belongs to 0 to 2 but except 1. How many of you got this correct? So this is solution of A. How many of you got this correct? Yes, give me a big thumbs up. Okay, all right. So I think this is done. Now B. Okay, let's talk about the next part, which is B. Okay, so B is okay, let me just open it. Yes, let me just write the B part, which is y is equals to square root of x square minus 4 plus log of x minus 5 to the base 10. Okay. Yes. All right. Perfect. So now there are two things. So let us calculate domain number 1 and domain number 2 and then take intersection. So domain number 1 we have done that. Okay. X square minus 4 is greater than or equals to 0. So x plus 2, x minus 2 greater than or equals to 0. X belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. Okay, this is domain number 1. And what about domain 2? Because see, positive sign, that is why. Domain 2 is very easy. X minus 5 greater than or equals to 0. Sorry. X minus 5 strictly greater than 0. X greater than 5. So x belongs to 5 to infinity. Now you need to take what? Intersection of D1 intersection D2. Okay, that we do that now. When you and your sibling fights, then what do? You draw a line in between. You can't go there. He can't come to your room. You can't go to that room. So you will do some middle ground. That is the intersection. Okay. So if you take intersection, it's so obvious, negative values will be discarded. So this though you can't take. This is saying 2 to infinity, this is saying 5 to infinity. The common area will be what? Finally, 5 to infinity will be the final domain. Final domain. Okay, how many of you have got that correct? Yes, Yamini. Why can't we do union, ma'am? Okay. Thalpa. I am going to reply to you. When to do intersection, when to do union? Just tell me. When two people are fighting, when... Can you give me some funny names? Can you give me some funny names? Funny Gen Z names. And Bhalu and Lalu will work, kya? Bhalu and Lalu are two brothers. When they are fighting, then what will they do? They will draw a line in between. Bhalu cannot go here. Lalu cannot go here. So they need to find a middle ground. They can meet in living area. Okay. So Bhalu can go in entire home except Lalu, because this is Lalu's personal space. And this is Bhalu's personal space. But what is the common thing? Living area. They can meet in living area, but they cannot go in each other's room. Okay. Yes, but when they are in love, like they are in love as in siblings love, okay, but then they are like amicable with each other, friendly with each other, then Bhalu can go to Lalu's room, Lalu can go to Bhalu's room. Yes, that means a union. So this is actually intersection. Intersection means only the selected common area, and union means combine. Now coming back to your question, just tell me, if I talk about this, so this is your Bhalu and this is your Lalu. Okay, now Bhalu is saying that, okay, my square root should be positive, bhai. Expression inside my square root should be positive. Okay, and Lalu, log, is saying that x minus 5 should be positive. If you put, so this is saying, this particular Bhalu is saying that if you put minus 2, it will work for me. Now if I go to Lalu, putting minus 2, Lalu will kill me. Lalu will say, oh, log, negative. I will slap you. Are you getting my point? Yes. So that is why we need to find only the selected common domain which will work for this. Now 5 to infinity, this Lalu is satisfied, and 5 to infinity, this will also work because square root should not get negative. Now you know why we need to satisfy both, hence we need to take intersection. Okay. Alrighty, clear. Now the next problem on your screen is for you. Quickly, tell me. Answer in the chat box, everybody. Okay, let's see again. So I think D1 is 3 minus x strictly greater than 0. 3 minus x strictly greater than 0. This implies x is less than 3. So x should be strictly less than 3. 3 cannot be my answer. 3 cannot be my answer. So between 0. Now what about this? D2. So x should be strictly positive. Base is strictly positive. D2. So now x greater than 0, x less than 3. So we need to accept D2 as well, D2's condition that x can only be positive. But this is saying no, I am very rigid, x can be less than 3. So x will lie between 0 and 3, and x cannot be 1 as well. So x belongs to 0 to 3, open except 1. Open. 0 cannot be the value. No, you can't put 0 over here. Base cannot be 0. So very easy question. B option, absolutely correct. Yes. All right. Next question. Let's see. Now this is the proper wavy curve method. Proper wavy curve. Proper wavy curve. Live watching is okay, but number of likes? No, I'm not happy about it. What are you doing? Your finger is working, na? Just press the like button then. Press the like button. How do you like, by the way, any session or any shorts? With your thumb, right? Tuk, like that. I have to do that. I press my thumb on the like button. Yes. Okay. Chalo. Now domain of y, are you solving it? Are you giving me the answer? So first of all, again, square root is involved. So x minus 1, x minus 2 whole upon 9 minus 4x square will be greater than or equals to 0. Any expression inside the square root will always be positive. Okay. Now, remember now the wavy curve method. Now this is not the question of domain, but this is a question for wavy curve method. Okay. So yes. Now I am going to multiply negative sign in both the sides so that this sign will get flipped. Remember that negative sign flips the sign. Okay. Then this is 4x square minus 9 and this is x minus 1, x minus 2. Everybody? Yes. Now split this. So 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3 and x minus 1 and x minus 2 less than or equals to 0. Now let's plot the number line. Okay. So we have got 4 critical points. 1, 2, then we have 3 by 2 and then we have minus 3 by 2. All the signs are odd. Remember I showed you a ninja trick. When all the numbers are odd, just start plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Alternate sign will work for you. Okay, now look at this. Less than or equals to 0, less. Less means negative, negative. Okay. And one more tip I have given you while teaching inequalities, while teaching wavy curve method, especially for the open and close interval. So can you see, you have to take this and you have to take this. This will be your answer. Okay. This will be your answer, not this. Not this. Okay. So let me write answer. X belongs to minus 3 by 2 to 1 union 3 by 2 to 2. Okay. But here is a catch. Equality is there. So obviously close bracket you need to apply. But where? Only in numerator. That means 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will have close bracket. And 3 by 2 and minus 3 by 2 are in denominator. Denominator cannot be 0. Remember, if you put 3 by 2, this will become 0, which is the wrong thing. So 3 by 2 and 3 by 2 will be open. 1 and 2 will be close. This is your final domain. Final DOM. Okay. Find the DOM of the function. Okay. Alrighty. Next question on your screen. Everybody? Mr. Nothing, your answer is wrong. Just have a look at my solution even if you are doing wrong. So at least check now. At least correct yourself. Okay. And what is the reason behind Mr. Nothing? Huh? Are you like Mr. Zero or Mr. Nothing? Huh? Janyug is saying, man, can we do squaring on both the sides? Okay. So, yes, let me just write hashtag squaring is allowed. When both sides are positive. Okay, and next, squaring can give false solutions. So check the answer, verify the answer in fact, verify the answer. Okay, so I have given you 2 NinJa tips. These are the NinJa tips. Hashtag NinJa tip. Okay, what is your NinJa tip of the day? Squaring is allowed when both sides are positive. Okay, now if you are squaring, the moment you square, be aware that whatever solution you are getting now, you need to verify those solution in the original question. Okay, so this is NinJa tip of the day. Okay, all right, now we can square it. X square minus 4 is less than 9. X square is less than 9 plus 4, 13. So x square minus 13 less than 0. Correct? Yes. So x belongs to, if you apply wavy curve method, minus root 13 to root 13. But, here is a catch. Can you see why squaring gives you false solution or extra solution which is not even satisfying in the question? Let's see, huh? So this is your answer, but you know what? The moment you see square root, you need to check the domain at least. So if you just calculate domain of this, can I write it directly now? X belongs to minus infinity to 4 union 4 to infinity. So at least your answer should be in the domain. Now we need to take the intersection. So this is your first, this is your second. Intersection of first and second. How will you do that? Draw a beautiful number line. Root 13 is approximately 3 point something. And this is minus 3 point something. Then we are having a 4. Okay. Sorry, this is 2. And this is also 2, not 4. So 3 point something. So there is this 2 and this is your minus 2. As per this question, minus infinity to 2 and 2 is included, right? 2 is included. And this is 2 to infinity. The second thing which, let me show it to you. This is minus 13 open to plus 13. Now you need to take intersection. This question is actually a good question. How do you take intersection? So can you see this part is intersection and this part is intersection. So final domain. Anybody in the chat box? Final domain. Okay. Final domain. Domain is 2, Mr. Nothing. What are you saying? Domain is a range. Domain is not a number in this case. X belongs to minus root 13 open to minus 2 close. Can you see minus 2? This is also allowing. This is also allowing. So minus 2 close union 2 to root 13. Be very careful about the brackets. Huh? Be very careful about the brackets. Yamini Sharma, but close bracket at minus 2 and 2. Yes, B Thalpa, absolutely right now. B Thalpa is pro in taking, what do we say, intersection, yes or no? Chalo, let's do one JEE Main question. Are we ready for a JEE Main question, by the way? JEE Main, are you JEE Main ready? Let's check. How many of you are JEE Main ready? 2 back-to-back JEE Main questions. Yes, actually 3 back-to-back JEE Main questions. 3 back-to-back. 3 back-to-back JEE Main questions. How many of you are ready about it? Give me a big thumbs up. Let's see, let's check how many of you are ready for JEE Main. 60 seconds to go. 60 seconds to go. Okay, So first thing, see there are multiple things over here. So let's do one thing now. Let's first of all talk about square root. Okay. Any expression inside the square root should be positive. Okay. How many of you have already done this? How many of you have already done this first step? Yes, you can buy last year Tattva books now, but yes, there will be a difference. There will be upgraded version if there is any mistake. That is addressed in the new book, but more or less book is same, okay? It will not make any like bigger difference, but yes, few problems we always address, okay, so that you get the best possible thing. Okay, all right. So first step, how many of you have done this first step? Now let me tell you something about logarithmic inequality. Logarithmic inequality. Acha, we ask this type of question in our interview. Whatever faculty we hire now, so we take interview, I take a lot of interviews, right? So I always ask very basic thing, no JEE advanced thing, but very basic things. What is this? Okay, so logarithmic inequality says when you have log A and this is your log B, okay, and now the base over here is suppose 2 and 2, both sides same base, okay, and if there is a greater sign, okay, all right, since base is greater than 1, if base is greater than 1, then simply remove log from both the sides. So this will give you A greater than B. There will not be any sign change. This is your first scenario. Now what is your second scenario? If log of A is greater than log of B, but the base over here is less than 1. Can you see? Base is less than 1. Base cannot be 1. It can either be greater than 1 or less than 1. Less than 1 but still positive base, okay? So in this case, A should be less than B. Can you see the sign change over here? Sign change. So sign will change, okay? Sign will change if you do this, okay? So this is your log. Now the moment I see logarithm, there are multiple things actually, okay? Multiple things happening in this question. One by one, I'm going to tell you. First step, how many of you are clear with the first step? Now, first step tells me we are going to solve this inequality, but I feel that I need to do something about this. 5x minus x square by 4 should always be positive. This is a very generic thing. Am I doing anything wrong over here? No. This is a domain of logarithm. Log of anything, any number, that number should always be positive. Okay, we'll talk about this inequality a little later, but at least log of anything should be positive. So here 5x minus x square is greater than 0. X square minus 5x less than 0. X minus 5 less than 0. If you plot the number line, so your values will lie between 0 to 5. X belongs to 0 to 5 is domain number 1. But we haven't solved this particular inequality. We haven't solved this particular inequality. Now let me spend some time in solving this, okay? Let me give some time in solving this, okay? So answer will be between 0 to 5. So I think C option is definitely wrong because it is going up to infinity. C is definitely wrong. Now what about this? Can I just remove this 0 and instead of 0, let me write log of 1 to the base. Now you can take any base you want. Log 1 to the base, anything is 0. Just the base should be greater than 0, not equals to 1. So base I can apply half over here. So now your function becomes what? Log half 5x minus x square by 4 greater than log of 1 to the base half. Now remember, when base is less than 1, then you can remove log from both the sides. So 5x minus x square by 4 less than 1. Now you have to solve this. Now you have to solve this inequality. Okay. So if you solve this inequality, it will be 5x minus x square less than 4. So x square minus 5x plus 4 greater than 0. Okay, so if you solve this, let me solve it over here. X minus 1, x minus 4 greater than 0. So x belongs to minus infinity to 1 union strict, open bracket, 4 to infinity. This is your D2. Everybody getting D2? This is your D1, 0 to 5. Okay, 0 to, so first of all, we need to take intersection. Now, how will you take intersection? This is saying minus infinity to 1. This is saying 0 to 5. So, only common region between this and 0 to 5 is 0 to 1, that too strict, open bracket 0 to 1. Open bracket 0 to 1. Okay, so 0 to 1, open bracket. Okay, final domain will be intersection. Are you able to take intersection with me? See, this is allowing 0 to 1. Yes, this is also allowing 0 to 1. After 1, this thing is not allowing me, na? 1 to 2 not happening. This is no, saying no, 1 to 2 not allowed. 2 to 3 not allowed. 3 to 4 not allowed. 4 to 5 allowed kya? Yes, 4 to 5 allowed. 4 to 5 allowed as well. So union 4 to 5, this is your final domain, everybody. Yes, final domain. Perfect. So I think, and you know what, 4 is also not possible. 4 is also not possible. So if I talk about option A, 1 is also not possible. Correct? 1 is also not possible. Because if you put, see, these A option is saying 1 and 4. If you put 1, then what will happen? Tell me. If you put 1. So it will become 5 minus 1, 4, 4 by 4. So log 1. Sorry. Oops. I have missed a point, my dear students. Nobody told me. Expression inside the square root should be greater than or equals to 0. Where is the equality? I missed this equal sign. So there is the equal sign. There is this equal sign, equal sign, equal sign, equal sign. So that is why this 1 is actually there. Oops. My bad. So 1 and 4 are included. So 1 and 4 are included here and 1 and 4 are included here. So answer is 1 including and 4 is also including. Yes. I got my mistake. I just substituted x equals to 1. I was checking it. Okay. And then I realized, oh, I just missed that equal to sign over here. No, square root of anything, that expression will always be greater than or equals to 0. What did I do? It should be greater than or equals to 0, right? So now I think option A is correct. Everybody getting it? Good question, JEE Main. What do you think? So this is the concept, okay? This is hashtag concept. How many of you want me to repeat this? How many of you want me to repeat it? Give me a big thumbs up if you have understood everything about this question, huh? Chalo, are we question number 2 JEE Main ready? Question number 2 JEE Main. JEE Main question number 2. Saraswati, I think just rewatch the solution one more time and do it on your own. You will get the thing. Okay. Okay. I think 2 students are saying, so let me go back and do that. So this was the question, right? Fx is equals to log. So 2 things. The first thing is the expression which is right there. Just take it out. So log of 5x minus x power 4 by 4 power half. It should be greater than or equals to 0. Correct? Okay. Now this 0 I am just removing and I am writing log 1 because log 1 is 0 and half is right here. Correct? So what we can do is now, because the base is half which is less than 1, so you can remove log from both the sides. Okay, but you have to change the sign. So log half and log half gone. Don't cancel it, otherwise teacher will deduct marks. But I am just telling you how to remove it. Yes, blue not visible, na? I know. So this is log base half 5x minus x square by 4. Better? Huh? Okay. So now this is wavy curve. Say if you solve it, x belongs to minus infinity to 1 union 4 to infinity. Correct? Now one more thing, because you can see there is a log. So expression inside the log should always be positive. So if you solve this by wavy curve, you will get 0 to 5. So this is your domain 1, this is your domain 2. If you take intersection, option A will be absolutely right. Okay. Yes. Now the next question is right here. Okay. Let's do this question. Find the domain again. So this D1 will be what? Tell me. X square minus 4 should not be equals to 0. So x cannot be equals to plus minus 2. This is your D1. What about D2? Very easy question. I think JEE Main 2019. X cube minus x should be greater than 0 strictly. So x square minus 1 greater than 0. X minus 1, x plus 1 greater than 0. Okay. This is your 0, this is your minus 1, this is your plus 1. Plus, minus, plus, minus. Greater than 0, so positive and positive. So minus 1 to 0 and 1 to infinity. Minus 1, so answer will be what? Minus 1 to 0 union 1 to infinity is your domain number 2. Domain 2. Now you need to take intersection of domain 1 intersection domain 2 final. So you need to remove plus and minus 2 from this. So minus 1 to 0 is not having anything. Okay. So minus 1 to 0 will be there. Union, because this domain 1 is approving minus 1 to this domain 1 is approving everything except plus minus 2. Rohit is saying, ma'am, by infinity is always excluded from domain. Although I have given this answer when I was teaching you wavy curve method, why were you not there? Number 1. Number 2, the answer to this, let me tell you, because you are here in this session, so let me tell you, because do you know infinity? Can you invite someone to your home whose phone number is not available, whose address is not available, who you don't know? Do you know infinity? No. How can you include something which you are not aware about? Okay. 2 you know, 3 you know. Okay. Yes. Okay. So minus 1 to 0 union. Now 1 to infinity mein 2 is there. You need to exclude 2. So union 1 to 2 and 2 to infinity. Okay, so can you see 1 to infinity may say you have excluded 2. So I think minus 1 to 0 option B is absolutely correct. Acha, now students are asking, see, option A is definitely not correct because 2 is included. 2 shouldn't be there. This is not equal. 2 should not be there. X should not be equals to 2. That's why option A is wrong. Okay. Now, why option C is wrong? Tell me. Because 1 to 2 is missing. If 1 to 2 is missing, is this a complete domain? No. Okay. So this is incomplete domain. Option B is absolutely complete domain. Okay. Now, are we ready for the next question? Chalo. JEE Main 2017. This is also a difficult question. The last JEE Main question. Okay. Find the domain of the function fx is equals to log. Log. So many log. Okay. So I will talk about this log. Log of anything. See, log of anything. So this is that thing. So this will give you log of base 2, log of base half. X should always be positive. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, again, inequality. Log inequality, remember I just told you. So if you remove 0, Rohanit, just go now watch my logarithm lecture. Go watch my inequalities lecture, logarithm lecture. So you will get all the details have been shared in this detailed lecture. This is a like very elementary session wherein see, I can tell you the nitty-gritty if I am teaching you that specific topic. If I am teaching you logarithm, then I am going to tell you. Although log infinity is infinity, okay, and log 0 is minus infinity, this is the graph of logarithm. And the same thing I have taught in detail, everything, more details, not even this, in my logarithm lecture, okay. Make sure that you go and watch, okay. Yes, and same inequality. So now 0 will be removed. What shall I write? See, base 2. So log of 1 to the base 2. Can I do that? Log 1 to the base 2. Okay, so this is your 1. Let me write either log of 1 to the base 2. Now can you see that this is log, this is also log. So you can remove log of x to the base half greater than 1. Why we did that? Log base 2, because base 2 is greater than 1. Now if base is greater than 1, then we don't need to worry about anything. Your sign will not get changed. Okay. Now one more inequality we are here to face. One more inequality, my dear students. So now what I'm going to do is, this 1 will be replaced by, what should I write in place of 1? Log half to the base half. Remember, log half to the base half is 1. Okay, but this time be very careful, because now if you remove half, base is greater than 1. Okay, make sure that you are changing the sign. So if you have removing these two, so x should be less than half. And obviously, do I need to tell you that x can never be negative? Okay, so x will always be greater than 0 because it is sitting inside my logarithm. So x starting from 0 to half, option B is correct. D is also wrong because there is no equality over here. Then only B option is correct. Yes, you guys are already telling me that, ma'am, yes. Are we ready for next MCQ? Next MCQ ready? Are we next MCQ ready? Huh? This is the next MCQ. Let me know. Let me know your answer. Then one more domain related question and we are going to jump on to range related question. Okay. I think we will be done in 15-20 minutes. Half an hour maximum. Before 8:30 we'll be done with this class. Okay, so I think 3 domain will be calculated. D1, which is x minus x square greater than or equals to 0, x square minus x less than or equals to 0, x minus 1 less than or equals to 0, x belongs to 0 to 1, x belongs to 0 to 1. Okay, now D2, everybody D2, 4 plus x should be greater than or equals to 0, x is greater than or equals to minus 4. Domain number 3, 4 minus x greater than or equals to 0, x less than or equals to 4. Okay, okay. So now this is saying greater than or equals to minus 4, this is saying less than or equals to minus 4. D1, D2 and D3 if you combine, so this is minus 4 to 4. But if you see D1, so D1 intersection D2, what will you get? Tell me. Finally, it is so obvious that option D, x belongs to 0 to 1. Option D is absolutely correct. D for vitamin D, and students are saying D for Delulu. Okay. Now the next question is this. Irrational inequalities. Irrational inequalities. Okay. In Enroll series, I have made a video. Okay, Enroll series, just go and watch. When I am telling you inequalities, there is Wavy curve method. There is irrational inequalities. Okay. Thank you, Black King. Thank you, Silent Queen. You guys are having your names very nice, huh? Black King, Silent Queen. Kya baat hai? And both are saying same thing. Ma'am, can we find just by substituting the values? Yeah, you can do that, but I feel because the option, see, what if you get numerical type question? And mostly in JEE Main, just go and check out the previous year questions of JEE Main from domain related questions. They will not give you MCQs. They will ask, acha, let me just ask, for Rohanit, I am going to modify this particular question. Okay. They will give you they will give you solution of this is x belongs to root alpha, 1 by root alpha, 1 by root alpha, comma, beta. Okay, find the value of alpha plus beta. This is how they are going to ask in JEE Main. Same exact ditto. Yes, Rohanit, very good question. Okay, so first thing, before actually doing anything, first thing is 1 minus x square should always be greater than or equals to 0. This is your domain. Whenever you see square root, no, do this. 1 minus x square greater than or equals to 0. x square minus 1 less than or equals to 0. X square is minus 1 to 1. Okay, x is minus 1 to 1. All right. But. Now just understand how to solve irrational inequalities. This is something different. So squaring is not allowed. I told you na. Yamini, did you square it? Did you square it? Squaring is not allowed if both sides are not positive. If both sides are positive, then it's fine. Although the left hand side, see, let me just write down whatever details I know. LHS, can you tell me? LHS is always positive? Yes or no? Positive or 0? It can either be positive or 0. Square root can never be negative, na? Now, this is a positive quantity, okay, which is less than or equal to, just tell me one thing. This is so common sense. I don't know how many of you have understood this. This inequality, what is this inequality trying to say? That, there are two cases. Case number 1, when this LHS is exactly positive, not 0, but specifically positive. There are two things. Now, this square root output, the output overall, this value either can be positive number or 0, correct? If at all, assume that for the time being, case number 1, LHS is exact positive. Now, positive quantity is lesser than equal to x, or you can say x is greater than or equals to positive quantity. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? Tell me, think, brainstorm. Yes, Yamini, you are absolutely right. X is greater than positive quantity. That means x should be, see, if I tell you there is some positive quantity and your x is greater, x should lie over here. Obviously, x is positive. It's so obvious, x has to be positive. Okay? X has to be positive. Clear? Okay. Now, case number 2. Case number 2. When LHS is equals to 0, then 0 is greater than, 0 is less than or equals to x. What does that mean? X is greater than or equals to 0. That means x is either positive or 0. What does that mean? Whole thing which I have done in this area, this is just thinking. This is no mathematics. This is only in my brain. I have just written it down for your reference. Otherwise, this is happening in my brain. Okay? So, now conclusion. What is conclusion from this particular thing? That x, but with this particular thinking, can I conclude x cannot be negative? So, x belongs to actually 0 to 1. This is my thing. This is a thing. X is lying between not minus 1 to 1, but 0 to 1. We have discarded negative values. When x is belonging from 0 to 1, that means now both sides are actually positive, or 0 also will work. Then you can square. So square it right away. So now you need some squaring, okay? Now you need some squaring. Squaring both the sides. Now I think it will work. Squaring will give you 1 minus x square less than or equals to x square. So 2x square greater than or equals to 1, x square minus 1 by root 2. This root 2 will go here, no? That is greater than or equals to 0. So this is square. So if you put minus 1 by root 2 and plus 1 by root 2, so negative values, so I am not taking. So 1 by root 2 close to infinity. 1 by root 2 close to infinity. So yeah, the solution is coming out as what? X belongs to 1 by root 2 to infinity. And this is saying 0 to 1. Okay. So if I take intersection 0, 1 and other thing is saying 1 by root 2 to infinity. So between 0 and 1 and this is 1 by root 2 to infinity, I think the final intersection part is root 2, 1 by root 2 to 1. Yes, everybody? Okay. So now if you compare, Ronit has asked me to change the question. 1 by root 2 to 1 is the solution. Alpha will be 2, beta will be 1. So 2 plus 1, 3 is the correct answer of this question, everybody. How many of you getting this? Yes, Yamini, getting it? Good question, huh? Good question. Irrational inequality, different variety. Good question. Shall I move on to the next? Range. Are we ready for the range? Huh? Are we ready for the range related? Now let's start range. I think enough about domain. Now you can practice 20-30 more JEE Main PYQs, okay, related to domain. Yes. Just practice on your own this particular topic, and you know what, trust me, just look at JEE Main 2025 paper. One question domain related, 90% chances will be there in each and every shift. 10% maybe you might not get domain related problem, but usually we see a one question from domain. Okay. Now range. Okay. Range. Okay. Can anybody tell me that there is this gola? What is that gola? Gola. Circle. What do you call circle in your language? In Hindi, we call it as gola. Goal. I told you now we'll be finishing before 8:30, maximum by 8:30, okay? Okay, so yes, range of this function. First of all, see. So we need to know the range. That means the value of y. So there are, see, domain is actually very easy. Now understand. Domain has a fixed method. Range has so many methods and so many different varieties. I am just giving you an idea. I am going to take a full-fledged, detailed session where I am going to teach everything about range. Right now, I am just going to give elementary idea of range, okay? Because range is something which grows on you. One session won't help you. Gradually, it will help you, okay? One by one, session by session, okay? No need to take log on both the sides. See, so just tell me one thing. Sin x. Sin x belongs to -1 to 1. Yes? Okay. Yes, everybody will agree. Who is not aware about this, that sin x will be -1 to 1. So now what we will do is 2 raised to power sin x, which is belonging to -1 to 1. So your range will be 2 raised to power -1 to 2, which is 1 by 2 to 2. 1 by 2 to 2. Okay, so this is the range, very basic, very easy. Yes, okay. All right. Now, I have taken a session few days back. I don't know how many of you were there. I taught you how to calculate range of quadratic expression. Okay. So now I am going to give you multiple methods to calculate range of quadratic expression. So x square plus 5x plus 6. Suppose this is your quadratic expression. Method number 1 is completing the square. Completing the square. Remember? Completing square. Okay. So x square will be written down as x. Plus sign will be copied. 5 will become half. Whole square minus 25 by 4 plus 6. Okay. Then x plus 5 by 2 whole square minus 1 by 4. Okay. So now range you are looking for. Range. Apply your brains, everybody. The squared quantity will always be greater than or equals to 0. Okay. Alright. Then the overall quantity will be greater than or equals to minus 1. So now range will be y belongs to minus 1 by 4 to infinity. Okay. Yes. This is method number 1. Now method number 2. This is your calculus method. Okay. Wherein you need to differentiate it and make it 0. dy by dx is equals to 0 will give you minimum or maximum value, depends. Okay. So if you differentiate 2x plus 5 equals to 0, that means x equals to minus 5 by 2. So put x equals to minus 5 by 2 in the original question. So y will be minus 5 by 2 will give you 25 by 4 minus 25 by 2 plus 6. So this is minus 25 by 4 plus 6. So y is going to give you minus 1 by 4. So this is your minimum value. This is your minimum value. Minimum value. So minimum value is minus 1 by 4. So this is minimum. Maximum will be infinity, minus 1 by 4 to infinity. Nikita, how to find the range of quadratic equation? That is what I am telling you. Nikita, what are you asking? Same thing, I am telling you multiple methods to find the range of quadratic equation. Now method number 3 is also there. Method 3 is direct formula. Minus d upon 4a is nothing but y minimum or maximum. So in the previous question, minus of b square minus 4ac upon 4a. Yes, this is your y minimum, everybody. So you know minus of b. b was what? 5 5s are 25 minus 4 into 6 upon 4 into a. Put the values. So minus 1 by 4 is y minimum again. So range will be what? Minus 1 by 4 to infinity. Yes. Ibu is saying double differentiate is positive minimum. No. Ibu, if it is a quadratic equation, can you not judge? I have told you the graph of quadratic equation. This will be a upward facing parabola which will go up to infinity. So there will be a minimum value to infinity. So you know that if you do calculus method, you are going to get minimum value because upward facing parabola, because of the leading coefficient positive. So do you need to do this? No. General cases you are correct. Okay. All right, now I will give you this particular question now. Now enough about revision, recall, because I have taught you enough. Okay. Okay, so x square plus x plus 1, 2 power. So now we need to talk about x square plus x plus 1. What do you think? How do you calculate range of x square plus x plus 1? So to calculate the range of overall function, I need to calculate the range of this quadratic. So how do you want to do that? Tell me. How do you want to do that? So x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so x plus 1 by 2 whole square minus 1 by 4 plus 1. X plus 1 by 2 whole square, and this is minus 1 plus 4. So 3 by 4. 3 by 4 to infinity. Yes or no, everybody? So if you put 2 raised to power, so 2 raised to power 3 by 4 to 2 raised to power infinity is your range, including this. If you solve it, so 2 raised to power 3 by 4, 2 raised to power infinity is actually infinity. Option B is absolutely correct. ISRO IIT Guwahati, what is your doubt? Please reply, ma'am. JEE Advanced Level Teaching, please. Array, ISRO IIT Guwahati. Day 1 pay, you enter the class, you expect that I am going to teach you JEE Advanced Level. It doesn't happen. JEE Advanced, to reach here, you have to start from the basic. If there is a ladder and there are 1,000 steps, you are trying to keep your foot in the 1,000th step, then what will happen? Your face will be burst, destroyed. Okay. So step 1, step 2, step 3, basics, clear your basics, and JEE Advanced is only about basics. Just go and check out 2025 paper. Little bit nitty gritty. Only the modulus thing will change your answer. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Next question. Let's see how many of you are able to do this. Saraswati is asking NinJa ma'am's secret about how did I understood mathematics. So actually, honestly, let me tell you, I was good at mathematics, not very good. Maybe I was good and I was unaware, but in class 10th, I started thinking that let me do something with my life. And being a class 10th student, all I had to prove myself was my studies. And in your studies, okay, in my studies, then I'll be like, okay, what are the subjects I have? In which subject I can do like good? So I was like, social science, no. English, not happening with me. And then I had Hindi also as a subject, which was like, even if I do good in Hindi, what will I get? Nothing in return. So I was like, okay, let me do something. Chemistry, I was not able to understand chemistry at all. Then the fight was between physics and mathematics. Physics was theoretical at that point. Okay, so I was like, no, I won't get like full marks in mathematics. Oh, sorry, physics, because there is some theory involved in physics, especially the derivations and all. Mathematics was completely, you get answer, you will get marks. Okay. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just solve the complete book, complete mathematics school level book. I was like, okay, I solved it once. It was like, fine. I solved it twice. I was like, okay, I am getting it. In class, I am responding. I solved it thrice. And you know what? It became my hobby. Whenever I used to get my school exam, I used to sit 2-3 days before and I was like, okay, let me grab some food, let me grab some water, and I was like, okay, let me have some food and snacks, and then let me solve top to bottom, end to end, overnight, morning, next morning, 2-3 days, back to back, without sleeping. I was solving it and it became my hobby. And gradually I realized And it was like 5-6 months effort. Automatically, because of practice, I started having that confidence. I always say mathematics is always about confidence, and confidence will only come if you do enough practice. And then I don't know what happened with my muscle memory. I was like, okay, tuck, 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 tuck. I see the question and my brain automatically starts working. This question, this way we can do. That question, this way we can do. And I started noticing the patterns. Oh, I have done this question. This way you can do this question. So, yes. Mathematics in 12th also, see, it started with 10th, then it carried on in class 12th also, and it carried on in my engineering also. Okay, so I was killing in mathematics since my class 10th, and then gradually I started getting full marks, 100 on 100 in my board examination. At that time 100 marks was the full marks. So I was like, okay. So everybody was started recognizing me. This is the math girl of this school. So I was like, okay, now I have a responsibility. Every teacher is looking forward to me. Even if I am getting 99 marks in test now, so teacher used to come and she used to like tell me, why -1? Why only 99? So I was like, okay, and now I have a pressure of getting full marks. So this is how I get. Ma'am, how to gain confidence when we feel low and feel that I can get IIT seat? So, why do you feel that you cannot get IIT seat? You can get IIT seat. The only difference is the only thing, if you're not able to, if you're not working hard, if you're not giving enough time, if you're not disciplined, if you're not consistent, then only you will not get your IIT seat. Otherwise, so you will get your IIT seat, na? So why are you thinking like that? Why are you giving up so early? People are giving up after JEE Advanced examination. Go ask your seniors. After coming from JEE Advanced paper, now they are feeling, oh, still we have chance. Kya? Let me see result. After seeing result, they are like, oh, I did not get selected. Why are you giving up so early? Keep pushing, keep working hard, and you know what? The very first thing, the base, self-belief. If you are believing I won't be able to do that, so definitely you won't be able to do that. The first step is I believe I too can do it. If I do this, then I will achieve it. If I will not do it, then I will not be able to achieve it. No? Okay. So yes. Okay. All right. So cos. See, let me just write it. This is any theta. A cos theta plus D. Now cos theta is -1 to 1. So just put -1. Cos theta, put -1. If you put -1, what will you get? Minus A plus D. This is the minimum value. If you put +1, you will get A plus D. So this minus A plus D. So option D. Check. Yes, Ibu, D is the correct. So let's start the coordinate geometry, everybody. Yes. Let's start. Are we ready? Are we up for it? 7 or 8. Ibu is saying 7:30-ish. So 7:45, before 7:45, we are going to wind up. Okay. All right. Yes. 2026 JEE aspirants. Yes. This session is for 2026, but this session can be attended by 2027 aspirants as well. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about distance formula. Let's start with very basics. Okay. Let me just adjust. Better. Yes. Okay. All right. So let me mark something. This is your point P, and this is your point Q. Can you see this point Q? Can you see this point P? Everybody? Yes. Now point P, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. These are the 2 points, correct? Now, distance between P and Q. Distance between P and Q. Anybody can tell me? Distance between P and Q. Okay. So PQ, we do have a formula. I think everybody over here is aware about this formula. that PQ is nothing but square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Everybody? Yes? Okay. PQ is nothing but square root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. But how do we get this formula? Let's understand the proof behind it. So first of all, this is your PQ. Now what we are going to do is I am going to draw a triangle that is going to be a right angle triangle. PQ, let me mark it as R. Okay. Now in triangle PQR, can I write one thing by Pythagoras theorem? By Pythagoras theorem in triangle PQR. By Pythagoras theorem in triangle PQR. Okay, in triangle PQR. Everybody can tell me. So this is hypotenuse. So PQ square, or you can say PQ is equals to PR square plus QR square. Yes or no, everybody? Yes or no? PR square plus QR square? Correct. Okay. Now what is PR? Let's understand. So this is your PR. Correct? Can you see that this point is x1 comma y1? Now what does that mean? Understand. x1 is nothing but distance of point P from y-axis. This horizontal distance always. The horizontal distance will represent the x coordinate and the vertical distance will represent the y coordinate. Horizontal distance will be obviously from y-axis and vertical will be from x-axis. Okay. So now tell me one thing. If this distance is x1, then this distance will also be x1. Yes or no? And if this distance is x1, so can I say that this coordinate of point A is x1 comma 0? Everybody, yes? Okay. All right. Now what about this R? So if I talk about R, okay, if somebody has to tell me the coordinate, can anybody tell me what is the coordinate of R? So coordinate of R, ma'am, okay, let's do one thing. Let's talk about Q. So x2 comma y2, correct? So can I say that this particular distance is x1, this whole distance is x1 and this whole distance is, sorry, not x1, x2 and this is y2, correct? This is x2. If this is x2, then this is also x2, correct? So this whole distance is going to be x2. Now tell me, you want what? You want PR. PR is going to be x2 minus x1, yes or no? PR, if I write PR, is going to be what? This whole distance minus this distance will give you PR. So x2 minus x1 is going to be PR. Similarly, if this is y2 and trust me, this is y1, so this is also y1. So you want QR. Now QR, tell me. QR, geometrically, can you see QR? You need this distance. You need this one. So QR is going to be y2 minus y1. This y2 minus y1. Yes? The whole distance y2 minus this portion. So y2 minus y1. Yes or no? Now PR and QR, if you put PR is x2 minus x1 whole square. So this is your PR square and this is your QR square. And let me tell you, because there is a distance, I will apply a modulus. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you write x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, or PQ can be written down as x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Because you know what? See, a minus b whole square is equals to b minus a whole square. I think everybody is aware about this. Yes? Voice is not audible, you guys are saying. Who is saying? Yashwant is saying voice is not audible. I think everybody is aware about this. Yes? Okay, let me check. Let me check. So this is control panel pe. Let me check. Or sound, let me check in the sound settings. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll check my sound settings till the time you do this question. Solve this question, everybody. And let me meanwhile check the sound, okay? I think it's audible, huh? Everything is fine. I think all the settings are perfect, huh? I feel all the settings are perfect. So let's do this question. I think you guys are already telling me that B option is absolutely correct. Okay, so distance between this, okay, distance formula is, so distance D is going to be equal to, see, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so this is square root of, this is x1 y1, x2 y2, correct? 7 minus 3, so 7 plus 3 whole square minus 6 minus 4 whole square. So this is 100 plus 100, that is 200. So 200 is nothing but 10 root 2 units. Okay, so you can see option B is absolutely correct. Okay, let us do the next question, everybody. Yes, everybody, next question. Next question. Harish is saying how class 11 sessions will be there. Like lectures or one-shots. What do you want? Harish, just tell me, what do you want? What do you exactly want? Okay. So distance between the points A sine 60 degree, comma 0. A sine 60 degree is nothing but A root 3 by 2, comma 0. This is 1 point. And 0, comma A cos 30 degree is also root 3 by 2. Okay. All right. Distance between points. So distance D is going to be equal to A root 3 by 2 minus 0 whole square. Right? This minus this. And plus 0 minus A root 3 by 2 whole square. Everybody, yes? So this is A square 3 by 4. This is also A square 3 by 4. So A square 3 by 4 plus A square 3 by 4 is nothing but 2A square 3 by 4. Square root. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Now if you take square root, this is going to be root 3 by 2. And modulus A will be there. Remember, point to be noted. My ninja warriors, this is very important. Square root of x square is modulus x. Square root of x square is modulus x. Ibu is also saying one shot and Harish is also saying one shot. Okay. All right, so which option is correct? C option is correct, right? C is absolutely correct. C. Now understand one thing. Option A though is absolutely wrong. Distance can never be negative. Correct? This option is absolutely incorrect. Now, let's do this question. Let's see how many of you are able to do this. Okay. The Ria is also saying, yes ma'am, one shots. Okay. All right. But I have one issue in one shot. I have one issue in one shot. What I feel about one shots is, I don't know, I mean, one shots definitely are going to go very crazy, and it is going to take 7 hours for one particular one shot. And if we are going to take live, then when exactly are we going to take? Huh? Because you guys always say, ma'am, we have school till 6, till 7. So if we are going to start at 6 or 7 maybe, then till when are we going to teach? Till 1 o'clock, till 2 o'clock. I mean, this is something which is because of in South, the schools are running till very late. So I don't know that one shots, how will they work? So just Karthika is saying also one shot. King is saying what is the meaning of one shot? One shot means that whole complete lecture, no matter how much time it will take, but complete in a single one shot. Okay, are we doing it? An equilateral triangle has one vertex at 0, 0 and another at 3, √3. Okay, this is an equilateral triangle. And third vertex, let us take x, y. This is P, Q and R. Okay. So now in equilateral triangle, the very basic thing is PQ is equals to QR is equals to RP. Yes or no? So let's apply it. Gunshot is very funny. Karthika is saying it's okay even if it is recorded. Acha. Okay, let's see PQ. Now PQ, can anybody tell me what is PQ? So PQ is going to be distance formula square root of 3 minus 0 square, okay, plus √3 minus 0 whole square. QR is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus √3 whole square is equals to square root of, now PR is nothing but x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. Everybody, any doubts, any confusion? Okay. So now what we are going to do is, let me just mark it as A, B and C. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I am going to take A and C together. A and C together. So if A and C are together, square root gone. This is 9 plus 3, 12 is equals to x square plus y square. That is your star equation. Star equation, everybody. Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to take these two together. Okay, A and B together. So A and B if you take together, so this is what? 12 again. This is 12 is equals to, what is this? X square plus 9 plus minus 6x plus y square plus 3 minus √3, 2√3y. Okay. Now one thing, very interestingly, x square plus y square can be written down as 12. So x square plus y square will be 12 and 12 will be cancelled out by this particular 12. Can I do that? Yes. Can I do that? Everybody? Yes. A and B equal. Correct. So now what are you going to get? Tell me. So you are going to get 6x plus 2√3y is nothing but 12. Or one more time if you do that, so you are going to get 3x plus √3y is equals to 6. So this is your hash equation. Hash equation, everybody? Okay. So coordinates of third vertex. Now we have got two equations and two unknowns, right? A and B equal. A and C we have done already. So yes, I think yes. Now what to do? So we have got two equations. X square plus y square is equals to 12. And we have 3x plus √3y is equals to 6. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me just take the value of root 3y is equals to 6 minus 3x upon root 3. Let's put this value over here. So value of y, I'm going to put it over here. X square plus y is what? 6 minus 3x upon root 3 whole square is equals to 12. So from here we are going to get the value of x. X square, actually 3x square. 3x square plus 6 6 are 36 plus 9x square minus 6 3 is 18, 18 36x upon 3 is equals to 12. Okay, so there will be a quadratic equation in x. Let's keep solving it. One thing I am realizing that 3 12s are, 3 3s are, 3 again 12s are. So this is going to give you 3x square and then 3 plus 3 actually 6x square minus 12x plus 12 is equals to 12. Clearly x is going to be 0 and x is going to be 2. 0, 2. Now the moment you say that x is equals to 0, put x equals to 0 over here. So first case, when x is equals to 0, y is going to be 6 by root 3, and if you rationalize it, you are going to get y is equals to 2 root 3. And second, x is equals to 2. So this is y is equals to 0 when x is equals to 2. 2, 0 and 0, 2 root 3. Correct? So coordinate of third vertex are having two options. So final answer will be what? Tell me. Final answer, everybody. It is going to become 0, 2 root 3 and it is going to be 2, 0. X is equals to root 3, you are saying. X is equals to, have I done correct? Let me check one more time. Let us check if there is any calculation mistake. So yes, from here, let me check. You are going to get x square plus y square. Then we have, this is also there, 9 plus this, okay. So 12. So 12 minus 6x minus 2 root 3. So 3x plus root 3y is equals to 6. So this is absolutely correct. Okay, and now the value of y is 6 minus 3x by root 3. If you plug in over here, then this is 36 plus 9x square minus 6 3 is 18, correct, upon 3. 3 ones are 3, 3, 12, 3 and 12, correct. Now 3 plus 3 is 6 minus 12x plus 12 is equals to 12. So x is going to be 0, 2. You did mistake in 3x square. 3x square mein I did some mistake. How come? 9x square, 6 3s are 18, 18 into 2, 36. Six x square minus 12 is equals to 0. Ma'am, right side 12 or 36. This is 12 only, no? This will be definitely 12. Right side, which, what are you saying? LCM if I have taken, 3 I am cancelling out na, from right here. Okay. See, this is your 3, sorry. If I am taking LCM, this is my 3. Okay, yes. I have made a mistake over here. Yes, sorry. So this is how it is. Hai na? So this will also be gone if I take LCM, correct? So x square, so this is 4x square minus 12x plus 12 is equals to 12. So x is going to be 0, x is equals to 3. Yes, so x is equals to 3. X is 3. So here x will be equals to 3. So 3 3s are 9 minus 3. Y is going to be minus 3 by root 3. So minus root 3. Yes. So second answer is correct. Thank you, Ibu. Thank you. Yes. So 3 comma minus root 3. King of kings. Okay. All right. Yes. Chalo. Let's move on to the next topic, which is nothing but internal division, or you can say that section formula. So this is the topic, section formula. Okay, everybody. Now, what is a section formula? What happens in a section formula? So there are two things in section formula. First one is internal division, and the second one will be what? External division. Let's talk about internal division. This is your A and this is your B, correct? Now, there is this point A which is given to you. There is this point B which is also given to you, correct? So, A and B are 2 points, and there is a line joining AB where P lies on, P points lies on line joining AB, and P divides the line segment into m:n ratio. So, coordinates of P you can calculate by this formula, where x will be mx2 plus nx1 whole upon m plus n. Remember, mx2 plus nx1 whole upon m plus n, comma. Y coordinate will be what? my2, crisscross. Remember, my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Okay, everybody, internal division clear? Yes. Now, this is very important, midpoint of a line. So, suppose in this case, midpoint means what? P divides line joining AB in which ratio? 1:1 ratio. Correct? Now, P over here is midpoint of AB. Correct? So, P is going to be what? 1x2 plus 1y1 by 1 plus 1. Because m, n both are 1. Correct? So, now this is the formula. So, x is going to be x1 plus x2 by 2, and y is going to be y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, everybody? Yes? Yes, Ronit is also here. Okay. Now, Ronit is asking what is the meaning of external and internal division? Yes, because see, now we have studied internal division. Now, when you study external division, then you will get to know what is the difference. So, let me complete, let me finish. Now, this is what external division is. External means that the point P will lie outside the line segment. See, there is this line segment AB. If P lies in between AB, then this is an internal division. If P lies outside AB, then it will be a external division. Okay, all right, yes, okay, perfect. Now, understand. So, now, again, in that case also, AP is M. So, this whole thing is what? M. So, AP is M and this BP is N. Correct? So, the coordinates of P in this case will be given by, again, same formula but with a little bit twist. mx2 minus ny1 whole upon m minus n. Numerator and denominator both will have negative sign. Y is equals to my2 minus ny1 upon m minus n. This is the formula for external division. Yes, everybody getting it? If this is something which you are already getting it, then we can start off with the problems. Only the difference between external and internal division is what? So, visually what is the difference? P will lie inside in internal, P will lie outside in external. That is one thing. And negative sign is the only difference in case of formula. Let's start with the question. Find the length of the median from vertex A of a triangle ABC whose vertices are okay. So, whatever the question is now, please make a habit of plotting the diagram. Make a habit of plotting the diagram, only then you will be able to solve it. So, A point is minus 1, 3. Okay, B point is 1, minus 1, and C point is 5 comma minus 1. Correct? A, B, C, all the coordinates are given to you. Sorry, mx2 minus mx1 I have written. No, n, no, I have written n. This is n. Okay, I said n. n x1. mx2 minus nx1. my2 minus ny1. This is the formula. Okay. Now, as per this question, what are they asking? Find the length of the median from vertex A. So, from vertex A, let me draw a median. Median, what is median? Median AD will bisect the base. That means BD and DC will be equal. So, can I say that D is midpoint? D is midpoint of BC. If D is midpoint, can anybody tell me what will be the midpoint? Quickly. So, 1 plus 5 by 2. 1 plus 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 2. So, coordinates of D you can calculate, which is 3. 6 by 2 is 3 and minus 1. So, this is your D. A, so you know already. Coordinates of A. Minus 1 comma 3. Now, length of median. AD is your median. Square root of 3 minus minus 1 whole square. So, that is 4 square, and this is also 16 plus minus 1 minus 3 is also 16. So, AD is going to be what? Root 32. So, root 32 is nothing but 4 root 2 units. Five, are you saying? Have I done anything wrong again? Sorry, this is plus 1. Oops. If this is plus 1, then D will be 0. Yes. Then it is going to give you 16 plus 9. And yes, it is going to be 5 units. Sorry, I thought this is plus 1. Copy paste mistake. Sorry. Next question, ready? Next question, chalo. Next question, I am giving it to you, okay? If the midpoints of the sides of triangle are 2, 1, minus 1, minus 3 and 4, 5, then find the coordinates of its vertices. If the midpoints of sides of a triangle are, so again, make a habit of plotting the diagram, okay? So, I am going to plot the diagram for you. And this question I am not going to solve. You are going to solve. This is a homework question. If the midpoints of the sides of a triangle, so this is A, B, C suppose, and PQRS is given to us, so 2, 1, this is your P, then Q, minus 1, minus 3, and R is 4, 5. Chalo, let's do this question. Good question. I think we should do it, huh? So, now let me just do one thing. This is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Midpoints are given, so this equal, this is equal, this is equal. Okay? Everybody getting it? What are we looking for? Find the coordinates of its vertices. So, first thing is, let me just write that P, first thing. P is midpoint. P is midpoint of AB, everybody. P is midpoint of AB, correct or not? If P is midpoint of AB, then I can write x1 plus x2 by 2 is equals to 2. Yes, x1 plus x2 by 2 is equals to 2, and y1 plus y2 by 2 is equals to 1 by midpoint formula. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to multiply this. So 2 2s are 4 and this is 2 1s are 2. So now we are getting x1 plus x2 is equals to 4 and y1 plus y2 is equals to 2. We have got two equations, correct? Now second thing. Q is midpoint of A and C. Okay, A and C. Now directly I am going to write, x1 plus x3 is nothing but, so x1 plus x3 by 2 is minus 1. So this is directly minus 2. And y1 plus y3 is double of, so directly I am writing minus 6. Is it correct? Yes? Everybody getting it? Okay, now third. Third is what? Third. Let me write third over here. Okay, third point, which is P is midpoint, Q is, R is midpoint of B and C, everybody. So what can I write? X2 plus X3 is equals to 8 and Y2 plus Y3 is equals to 10. Okay. So we've got, okay, let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Now let's do one thing. Let's focus on calculating x1, y1, sorry, x1, x2 and x3. In similar technique, what we can do is we can calculate y1, y2, y3, correct? Okay. Yes. So x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3. So now x1 plus x2 is 4. x2 plus x3, anybody? x2 plus x3 is 8 and x1 plus x3 is nothing but minus 2. Yes, these three details I have got for x1, x2 and x3. Okay. Yes. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add all the three equations. Add all the three equations. So x1 plus x1 will be 2x1. x2 plus x2 will be 2x2 and then 2x3. This is 4 plus 8, 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. So now x1 plus x2 plus x3 is nothing but 5. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 is nothing but 5. Now understand, very, very easy thing. Okay, so now x1 plus x2 is 4. So if I put x1 plus x2 is 4, okay, if I use equation number 1, so x3 will be equals to 1. Okay, if I put x2 plus x3 as 8, so 5 minus 8, x1 is going to be minus 3. And now if I put x1 plus x3 as minus 2, so x2 will become minus 7. Everybody? Yes? Okay, clear or not? Now in similar manner, if you calculate y1, now this is your job, homework. Do the same thing with y and do it, So y1, I am just going to write, y1 is 1, 9 and minus 7. Sorry. Let me write y1, okay. So correspondingly you have to write, okay. To 1 you are getting 1. Yes. y3 is 1, correct. So y3 is 1. Then x2 is 9 and sorry y2 is 9 and y1 will be what? y1 is minus 7. So now you have got A, B and C. So A coordinate will be minus 3 comma minus 7. B coordinate will be what? 7 comma 9. And C coordinate will be what? 1 comma 1. These are the coordinates of your triangle. Okay? Yes? Clear, everybody? Now let's do one thing. Let's do one question. How many of you are one question ready? Ready, ready, ready? How many of you are one question ready? Okay. So let me reveal this particular question and answer I want from you. Okay. So let's see in what ratio does the x-axis, let me draw an x-axis. X-axis divide the line segment. So there is this x-axis, or let me just not draw x-axis. Let me just draw this like this. This is 2 comma minus 3. Or what we can do is better. Even better if I draw a complete like coordinate geometry, x-axis, y-axis. 2 comma minus 3. So 2 comma minus 3 will lie over here. Okay, 2 comma minus 3. And 5 comma 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 comma 6 will lie over here. And if I just draw a line over here, it will look like this. Okay. And as per the question, what they are saying is, in what ratio does this x-axis, so x-axis divide the line segment joining these 2 points, okay? So first thing, understand, what is the special thing in x-axis? What is that one special thing in x-axis? So if you want to assume a point on x-axis, it will be, let's suppose, a comma 0, okay? And now in what ratio? So anytime if you have to assume a ratio, do not assume m is to n, okay? So tip of the day, NinJa tip of the day. NinJa tip of the day. What is this NinJa tip? NinJa tip says, if at all you have to assume a ratio, do not assume m is to n. Why? Why you do not have to assume m is to n? Because if you assume m is to n, then you will have two variables, m and n, both you have to calculate. So smartly what you're going to do is, instead of assuming m is to n as the ratio, okay, what you have to do is, instead of assuming m is to n, you have to assume lambda is to 1 as the ratio. Okay, this is NinJa tip of the day. Okay, so let's get back to this question. So this is your lambda and this is your 1. Okay, now make use of 0. In mathematics, 0 is very important. Okay, so if you have got the y coordinate, so do not apply the formula of section formula in x. No. Section formula in y will be applicable over here. So let's do that. Okay, so y coordinate of point P, this is your P, correct? Y is nothing but lambda into this. What is this? 5 by 6. So lambda into 6 plus, this is 1 into 2 whole upon lambda plus 1, where y coordinate is 0, obviously. Yes, Ronit is asking, but ma'am, how come you are fixing n? This is going to be revealed once you are done with this question, okay? So now just tell me, 6 lambda, so what does this see? 6 lambda plus 2 is equals to 0. So lambda is coming out as what? Minus 1 by 3. Lambda is actually coming out as minus 1 by 3. That means lambda negative means what? So let me tell you a couple of things. Lambda negative implies external division. External division. Okay. So lambda negative means external division. Okay. And okay. Is it coming negative? Sorry guys. This is lambda into 6 and 1 into minus 3. Oops. This is lambda into 6 plus 1 into minus 3. Okay. So no calculation mistake. Okay. So 6 lambda is equals to 3. Lambda is going to become 1 by 2, my dear students. Lambda is 1 by 2, correct? 1 by 2. So lambda is actually positive. Hai na? And I realized how come internal division, I can see x-axis is lying between these two coordinates. Na? See, now if you draw the diagram, na, the picture will be clear to you. So if at all you are doing some calculation mistake, you'll be like, no, but P is lying in between these 2 points. How can it be external division, it must be internal division. That's why I checked it. Okay, so lambda is actually coming out as positive. So lambda is half. So half is to 1, or you can say 1 is to 2. So now the ratio is 1 is to 2. Option C is absolutely correct. I think Rohanit, this solves or this explains your doubt. Okay, so Ronit was asking a very genuine question. In fact, when I was a student, I was also like, why is teacher assuming lambda is to 1? That means how come you are deciding that, okay, m is to n, mein n is 1. But you know what? In this case, we are not imposing a condition that lambda can be a fraction. So if at all n is not 1, which can be possible, then automatically lambda will tell you. Okay, lambda will be in such a way, so lambda will be a fraction and that will actually compensate 1 is to 2. But what will happen if you take m is to n? Then what you have to do is you won't be able to calculate m and n both. You will only be left with one equation involving m and n, and you'll be like, now what to do? I don't know. Okay, so that is why you have to take lambda is to 1. Okay, everybody, ninja tip of the day. Understood? Yes? Okay. Now, the next topic is very important and interesting topic. This is nothing but area of triangle. Okay? Area of triangle. So, I am going to tell you area of triangle by 2 methods. Okay? The very first method, so this is your triangle. You can see A point is x1, y1, B is x2, y2, C is x3, y3. Okay? The very popular thing which you will be able to see in your NCERT book or any other book or any other teacher's note is this formula. And this formula, let me write, area of triangle whose 3 vertices are given to you is nothing but modulus. Let's not forget the modulus. I hope that you guys are aware about importance of modulus. This is half determinant x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1. So this is your formula for area of triangle. Okay. So x coordinate in one particular column, y coordinate in one particular column, and 111 in column number 3. This is the formula for area of triangle. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now, but we have another formula as well, and now you will be like, ma'am, but why should I remember one more formula? If you remember this formula, then area of quadrilateral, area of pentagon, area of hexagon, area of heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, 11 sides, 12 sides, whatever area you can calculate just by this formula. What is this formula? Let me tell you. Okay. So area of triangle will be half. Okay, obviously there will be modulus. Okay, modulus is there. Now what you have to do is you have to write column 1 will have the first coordinate x1, y1, then x2, y2, then x3, y3, and back to x1, y1. Okay, one more extra row, cyclic order. We need to complete the circle x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, back to x1, y1. So starting and ending should be exactly same. Okay. Now how to open it? Can anybody tell me how to open it? Yes. How to open it? So yes, crisscross. x1. So half is there. Modulus you have to apply. Can you see? x1, y2 minus x2, y1. Okay. Next. So this is done. Okay. x2, y3 minus x3, y2. Done. This is also done. Next, x3, y1 minus y3, x1. Done, done, done. Okay. So this is the final thing. Everybody? Okay. All right. So this is the area of triangle. Now what we are going to do is a question. Question time. Question time. King of Kings is saying that I don't know why these guys are not doing half into base into height. King of Kings, very good. I feel you should use half into base into height and tell me the area of this particular question. Can you do it, King of Kings? Yes? Sai Krishna, you also do that? Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So what do you want? Which method do you want? Direct. I think we should do area is equals to half 3 2 x1 y1 1 11 8 1 8 12 1. Okay. And don't forget modulus. Right now, I think the modulus is not that important, but you know what? When the question becomes twisted, especially when the area is given and the coordinate is missing, then you will know the importance of modulus. Okay. So, area is equals to half. Now, just open it. I feel we can open it. Okay. So, this is 3, 8 minus 12. 8 minus 12. 8 minus 12 is minus 4. Minus 2. This is 11 minus 8. Then plus 1. 11 into 12 is nothing but 132 minus 64. So 132 minus 64. 12 minus 6. So 62. 132. So 62. And there is a modulus involved. So area is equals to, now what we can do is we can actually cancel this. 2. So this is minus 6 minus 3 plus 31. 31 minus 9. 31 minus 9. Okay. Have I done anything wrong? It is a 64. No, answer is 25. I have done some mistake. Okay. 8 minus 12, I think this is correct. Minus 2, 11 minus 8 is 3. Then this is 132 minus 64. Sorry, this is 8, sorry, this subtraction, oops, 68, so this is 34, 34 minus 9 is 25, square units. Okay. Now, next question. Are we next question ready? Okay. Let's do this question. Okay. The maximum area, maximum area of the triangle formed by these 3 points is the maximum area. Okay. So let's talk about the maximum area. So x1, y1, 1. So 0, 0, 1. A cos theta, B sin theta, 1. A cos theta minus B sin theta, 1. Okay, determinant close. This is the area formula. Now, there is obviously a modulus involved over here. So, there is this modulus. Don't forget the modulus. So, delta is equals to half. Now, just open it, okay? Just open it right away. So, this is 1, okay, 1 minus AB cos theta sin theta. Minus AB cos theta sin theta minus AB cos theta sin theta. You know that modulus is already there. So, there is no need of minus sign. So, delta is equals to 1 by 2 mod 2 sin theta cos theta and AB is also there. So, delta is nothing but half mod of AB and mod of sine 2 theta. Yes or no? Because 2 sin theta cos theta is what? Sine 2 theta. Okay. Now, what they are asking is maximum area. So, maximum area will occur when the value of sine 2 theta will become maximum. So, maximum value of sine 2 theta is 1 and area is nothing but half of mod of AB square units. So, please do not forget the modulus. Option C is absolutely correct. Okay. All right. Now, from this particular topic, area of triangle, here comes the very important concept, which is condition of collinearity. And you know what? Condition of collinearity can be done through various chapters. You know what? The very first chapter for collinearity, and in the same chapter, if I talk about condition of collinearity, I will give you that condition of collinearity with the help of slope of two lines. I will give you condition of collinearity with the help of determinants. I will give you condition of collinearity with the help of vectors as well. Okay. All right. And I will give you condition of collinearity with the help of straight lines, specifically straight lines topic as well. Okay. So, right now, we have determinant, okay. So, if 3 points are collinear, area will be 0. If area is 0, then determinant x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1 and x3, y3, 1 is 0. This is very important for your JEE Main, okay. Important condition of JEE Main, area becomes 0, there is no need of half then, okay. No need of half, okay. Now, the next topic is area of quadrilateral, wherein there are 4 points. Okay. All right. Now, can you see PQRS? Remember, I told you area of triangle with a different formula. Same thing we are going to do over here. Okay. What is that? So, now we have got 4 points. So, if you are having 4 points, there will be 5 columns. So, half modulus will also be there. x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4 and back to x1, y1. See, you start from here. x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4 and back to x1, y1. So, complete circle will be there. And you know how to expand this. So, half will be there. x1, y2 minus x2, y1 plus x2, y3 minus x3, y2 plus x3, y4 minus y3, x4 plus x4, y1 minus y4, x1. Okay. All right. This is the formula, king of kings. Why do I write 1, 1, 1? Because it's a formula. Okay. And if at all you have to generalize. So, suppose quadrilateral or pentagon or hexagon. Basically, n sides. N can be anything 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. So, if area of polygon you have to calculate. Start with x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4 and so on. Last will be xn, yn and one more will be back to x1, y1. Okay. So can anybody tell me the formula? The final answer of this. Who can tell me, huh? Now you know the formula. Area of pentagon, okay? Apply the formula, half. Then we are having 1, 1. So x1, y1, 1, 1. Next point is 721. Next point is 7 minus 3. Next to that is 12, 2. Then this is 0, minus 3. And last 1, 1. And then your determinants or your sign gets closed. Okay? Yes, Bhavesh, can you just see here? See, this is x1, y1. This is your x1, y1. This is the direct formula, no? I am just putting direct formula. There is nothing to understand. Just basic formula and you are done. And x versus q, can you see? And after that x1, y1. Now open it. How will you open it? So the very first thing is 21 minus 7. So 21 minus 7 plus. Now minus 21 and plus 27 into 21. Next plus 7 2s are 14 plus 36 plus next. So this and this is also done. Now minus 36 minus 0 plus last 0 and plus 3. Make sure that you are writing the correct signs, okay? Now let's cancel. Plus 21 minus 21 gone. Correct? Plus 36 minus 36 gone, okay? So we are left with delta is equals to half, modulus is there. 7 into 21, 147. 147 minus 7 is 140 plus 14 plus 3. Correct? So 14 plus 3 is what? 17. So the correct answer is going to 157 by 2. Is it the final answer? Hold on. 7 2s are 14. 147 minus 140. Then we are having 14 and then 3, 17. So sorry, this is a negative sign, right? So minus 21 minus this. So minus 147. Oops, correct. So this is minus 147 minus 7 plus 14 and plus 3. Correct? So 14 minus 7 is going to give you what? Plus 7. So minus 140 plus 3. Minus 140. So okay, minus 137 ka mod by 2 square units. Okay. So 137 by 2. Okay, got it? Everybody? Clear? Chalo. Let's talk about centroid. Okay. Let's move on and talk about centroid. What is a centroid? Can anybody tell me? Okay, so we are talking about now centers related to the triangle. So very first and basic center related to triangle. Okay. So we have how many centers, by the way? Can anybody recall that? Can anybody recall? First is centroid. The second one is going to be incenter. Third one is going to be circumcenter and orthocenter. These four centers are very important. Tell me the names. You should all remember the names. Centroid, incenter, circumcenter together. Incenter, circumcenter together. Okay, so centroid, incenter, circumcenter and orthocenter. Okay, 4. Let's talk about centroid, okay? So centroid is nothing but point of concurrency. What is concurrency? Concurrency where all the lines meet, okay? The point where all the lines meet, concurrency, okay? So there is this one point where all the things coincide basically. The point of concurrency of medians of the triangle, okay? So one by one, let's understand what is this. So you have got a triangle. Can you see on your screen? This is a triangle. Now, if you draw a triangle, obviously you will have A, x1, y1, B is x2, y2, C is x3, y3. Okay? So this is your triangle. Now, what is median? See, because median is written. Anybody, what is median? And we have done a question also on median. What is median? Median is nothing but a line passing through vertex, a line passing through vertex and what happens? A line passing through vertex and divides the base, okay? So if I have to draw a median, there will be 3 medians in a circle. So let's draw a median from vertex A. So a line passing through vertex, let me draw from vertex A, and the opposite to this vertex we have a base BC. So vertex A and base is BC. Now if I draw a midpoint, can you see D is the midpoint? So this is the midpoint, everybody. So now I have to join A and D together. So AD is going to be a median. Similarly, if I choose B point and AC being the base, E being the midpoint, so BE is also a median. Similarly, CF is a median, and the point of meeting point of all the 3 medians is nothing but G. G over here is nothing but centroid. Okay, all right. Now what is G? If I talk about G, the coordinates of G easily you can calculate. How? This is the formula. So G, centroid of a triangle, the x coordinate will be sum of all the x coordinate of the vertices upon 3. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, then y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is your centroid. Okay? All right, clear? Perfect. So this is the centroid. Now one more thing which is very important. Suppose you have got a median, okay? D to you know is the midpoint. Can you tell me what is the coordinate of D? So ma'am, x2 plus x3 by 2. Midpoint, remember? Now you have D, you have A, correct? And one more thing. Centroid. See, can you see this point? Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. This is very much important. So this bigger portion is 2 and the smaller portion is 1. Remember, length is not 2. Ratio is 2:1. So suppose this length is 2, this will be 1. If this length is 4, this length will be 2. If this length is 10, this length will be 5. Okay, so the ratio is 2:1. Okay, all right. Yes, okay. Yes, everybody. So I think we can start off with a question. Let's do a question. Let's do a question. Let's see how many of you can do this question, okay? Ma'am, I am a dropper. Should I go to college even after taking Sigma batch? Which college? Why do you want to go to the college? I don't recommend, because you know what? When your attention gets divided, in 11th and 12th, your focus is only on studies. Then also students find it difficult. very, like, I'm not saying it is impossible, but I'm just saying that very less chances that you're going to score well in the examination. Why? Because if you start college, then it will have its own mid-semester, own pressure. So the college pressure is completely different. It will definitely eat your time. Why do you want to do that? 2920 SAT. Okay, that's what I feel. Let's do. If the centroid of the triangle formed by, this is origin. Centroid is what? x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 is also 0. As per the question, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3 is also 0. That means sum of x coordinates, 3 will go here, na? Sum of x, what does that mean? Sum of x coordinate. By the way, x coordinate is also known as abscissa. Do you, how many of you know? Abscissa. And sum of x coordinate is 0, correct? And y is also 0. So a plus b plus c. A plus b plus c is 0. If a plus b plus c is 0, okay, then can anybody tell me this formula? A cube plus b cube plus c cube. Remember? Blurry memories of class 9th. Blurry memories of class 9th. If a plus b plus c is 0, Google it right away, you have your phone. If a plus b plus c is 0, then what happens? A cube plus b cube plus c cube becomes 3abc. Option B is absolutely correct. Yes, Yamini? Okay, so this is, see, now how beautifully this question got connected with a 9th class result. Okay, that is why JEE Main or JEE Advanced is difficult, because now you have 9th class, 10th class, 11th and 12th combined. 4-year combined. Anything can happen at any time. They can use straight lines with class 9th basic factorization result. They can use class 12th with number theory as well. Okay. Chalo. Next question, are we ready? Okay. Let's see how many of you are able to do this. Two vertices of a triangle are -1, 4 and 5, 2. Okay. Let us assume that the third vertex is x, y. Third vertex. Third vertex. Now just do everything which you do usually. Quickly, huh? You have 10 seconds. You have to be very quick right now. Okay, so it's very easy question. x1 is -1 plus x2 is 5 plus x3 is x. Whole upon 3, centroid is 0. And now y coordinate, 4 plus 2 plus y whole upon 3 is equals to -3. So from here, x is nothing but -4. Y over here is -9, -8. So -9 minus 8 is -9. -9, sorry, 4, -9 minus 6 is -15. -4, -15 is sitting in option A. King of Kings is saying very easy lesson. It's not that easy. I am doing some easy stuff over here, but when we are going to actually do practice session, then we are going to understand. Okay, right now we are just holding grip on the concept, है ना? Okay, So understand, whenever you are feeling that a question, obviously these questions won't come in JEE Main, but these questions are important to build your basics. If you're going to skip this question, directly jump on to JEE Main, JEE Advanced question. Then you will be like, ma'am, I'm not able to solve it. What to do? Because you have skipped this. Because you have skipped the part number 1, you have skipped the foundation. If a building is getting created, if you are trying to create directly first floor, I am going to stay on first floor, let me create first floor in air. What will happen? You know what will happen, right? So ground floor, and you know what? Ground floor creation, just go and watch how to create a building. Go and watch. The ground floor creation is going to take most of the time. And you'll be like, since how many years this building is getting created and only ground floor? And then eventually you will realize the more time you're going to invest in ground floor, and the faster the building will be created after that. Okay? Understand, your foundation has to be rock solid. Then you can nail any particular chapter. Okay? All right. Now, Incenter, I think the centroid knowledge you all have right now. The RIA, I will give you DPP on Telegram. Okay? Make sure that you all are connected to Vedantu JEE English Telegram channel, and the link is given in description box. Okay? Chalo, let's do the point of concurrency of internal angle bisectors of a triangle. So first of all, what is incenter? So there is a triangle. There will be 3 angles of a triangle. Can you see 3 angles? Okay. Now this angle will have its angle bisector. This angle will have its angle bisector. This angle will have its angle bisector. Okay. Now this is the point of concurrency. Can you see? Point of concurrency of all the internal angle bisectors. Okay. Now, what is the formula, ma'am? How to calculate? So, unlike centroid, because centroid is the most easy to calculate, incenter will require some calculation. What are those calculations? So, first thing is you have to calculate the sides of a triangle. So, A vertex is given to you. Yes, ma'am. B vertex is given to you. Yes, ma'am. C vertex is also given to you. Can you calculate sides, that is AB, BC and CA? Can you calculate all the sides, everybody? Can you just can you calculate all the sides, length of sides if the vertex is given? Yes. And let me tell you the notation over here. Let me draw one more time. See, if at all A is what? X1, Y1. This is your B, X2, Y2. This is your C, X3, Y3. Now listen to me very carefully. You don't have to mug up the incenter formula. Just recognize by pattern. Okay? Okay, you won't be able to forget it because you don't have to remember it. Why? Because you have to understand the pattern. Okay? So now this is your A. Opposite to capital A, you have this side BC, which is denoted by small a. This is the standard notation. Opposite to capital A, we have small a. Opposite to capital B, we have small b. Opposite to capital C, we have small c, my dear students. Okay? All right. Yes. Now, understand what is happening over here. Okay? So, this point over here, right here, this particular point, this point is your incenter. Now, the formula is a times x1. So, incenter x coordinate will be a times x1 plus b times x2 plus c times x3 whole upon a plus b plus c. Similarly, y will be what? Y will be what? Do not just write the formula, no, and plug in the value. I never do that. I do this. Okay. Write the formula. Suppose a is 3. So 3y1. So a y1 plus b y2 plus C by 3 whole upon A plus B plus C. Okay? Yes? All right. It looks like it is a difficult to remember, but you don't have to remember. In fact, you will never forget it if you understand the pattern behind it. Okay? All right. Yes. Now, one more thing related to Incenter. Okay? Not one, actually couple of things related to Incenter. What is that? Ratio in which Incenter divides the internal angle bisector. Now, it was very easy in case of centroid, 2:1 ratio. But it is not as simple as that. Now, understand. Suppose you want this is to this. Correct or not? This is to this you want. Okay? AI upon ID. AI upon ID. So, understand AI upon ID. D is lying on which particular side? BC. Length of BC is A. So, your denominator will be A. Okay? This is how you remember. Denominator will be A. And numerator will be sum of other two sides. Isn't it easy? Let me tell you one more thing. Okay? Suppose somebody is asking me BI upon IE. How will you do that? Okay, E is lying on this, which is B. So, this ratio BI upon IE. Understand the pattern. E is lying on this, so length B. Now, what are two other sides which are remaining and left out? So, ma'am, B is there, so A and C, no? So, A plus C. Done, 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 done. Okay? Everybody? All right. Now, the second point on your screen, the largest circle contained in a triangle is called inscribe. Okay. So, now suppose this is your incenter. You know how this incenter is formed. Incenter is nothing but point of concurrency of internal angle bisector or meeting point of internal angle bisector. Okay. So, once you have got this, now you have that, what do you call it as? Like that rounder. We used to call this as rounder. Rounder is that you have one sharp pin type thing and one pencil, and then you can draw a circle. What is that tool called? So, using that, if you keep the tip of rounder over here and the pencil, if you are going to keep just here and here and here. So, a circle you will be able to draw which is touching all three sides. That means this is equal and nothing but radius of the circle. This is your incircle. So, the largest circle contained in a triangle. Contained means what? Contained means what? It is touching all the three sides. Is called inscribed circle, or you can call it as incircle. Inscribed means inside. Compass. Okay, yes. Compass. Yes. Chalo, let's do one question. How many of you are question ready? Let me know. How many of you are question ready? Are you question ready? Ritel is saying I am not. Why are you not question ready, huh? I am buffering a lot. Is it buffering? It should not buffer. Reduce the size, no? Reduce the size of this, what do we call? It's not size. Quality. Yes. Quality. No, it's not buffering. See, if it is working on my screen, that means it is working everywhere. Only thing is that you might have your internet issue. Okay. So vertices of a triangle are given to you. So let me just mark A is 4, minus 2, B is minus 2, 4, and C is 5, 5. Now help me. So if this is A, this small a is going to be equal to root of 49 plus 1. So root of 49 plus 1. So this is root 50, I guess. What about this? This is B is equals to square root of 1. So again root 50. Okay. And what about this? This is square root of 36 and 36. So this is C is equals to 6 root 2. And this is root 50 is going to give you what? A is equals to 5 root 2. B is also 5 root 2. I think the question has become easy for you. X coordinate, everybody. Do not write the formula. Just write this. A x1. So 5 root 2 into 4. So 5 root 2 into 4 is 20 root 2. A x1. Then B x2. So minus 10 root 2. And 6 5s are plus 30 root 2 whole upon A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C is 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 6 is 16 root 2. Now you can cancel it out quickly. Root 2, root 2, root 2, root 2 cancel. 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 plus 30 is 40 by 16. 4 4s are 4 1s are 5 by 2. Everybody 5 by 2. 5 by 2. Now one more thing, one very interesting fact. One very interesting fact. See, now if you calculate y coordinate, now you are going to get the same calculation. See, minus 2 into 5 root 2. So you are going to get minus 10 root 2. Same calculation, you got minus 10 root 2. Okay. Then you are having B. So minus 2 into this. So 5 4s are 20. So 20 root 2. Can you see 20 root 2 also? And 5 6 are plus 30. Same calculation. If the calculation is same, A plus B plus C is again you have to copy paste. The denominator for both the incenter is exactly copy paste anyway. So this is Y is also no need to calculate. Option A is absolutely right. Okay, Incenter, crystal clear. Now you have Orthocenter on your plate. Orthocenter, everybody. What is Orthocenter? Orthocenter is point of concurrency of all the altitudes. What is altitude? Altitude is nothing but from the vertex you have to drop a perpendicular on the other side. Okay. So altitude, altitude, altitude. So this is nothing but Orthocenter. Now there is no direct formula. I mean, there is a direct formula, but that direct formula we never apply because if you are going to apply it, it is going to take much of your time. So calculating Orthocenter is a different game altogether, and we are going to do that once we learn the straight lines concept. So we cannot calculate Orthocenter with the help of the coordinate geometry basic. We need to know how to write the equation of line, etc., etc. Okay. So point of intersection of altitude. Right now, what you need to know about Orthocenter is this thing, which is a very specific case wherein a right angle triangle is given to you. Ma'am, why is symbol not O? Because O is for origin, na? O is already gone for origin. But you know what? I am going to represent it using O, just to keep in mind, okay? Now, if at all you have right angle triangle, then Orthocenter is nothing but the vertex which is right angle. C will be the Orthocenter. But ma'am, how? Let me explain you why is it happening. So this is your right angle triangle, and what is the definition of an Orthocenter? So ma'am, orthocenter is nothing but the meeting point of all the altitudes. Altitude means perpendicular from the vertex. Okay, so suppose you have got 3 vertex. One by one we are going to do that. Okay, so suppose you have A. Now from vertex A, I need to drop a unique perpendicular on the base BC. There will be exactly one perpendicular. And you know what? Surprisingly, that perpendicular which is from A on BC side is none other than side AC. This is your altitude number 1. This is your altitude number 1. Okay, all right. Now you have vertex B right here. Okay. And now if from vertex B and this is your AC, you need to drop a perpendicular on AC, correct? So this is also the second altitude, altitude number 2. Can you see the meeting point of 2 altitude is nothing but the vertex C itself? Okay. Yes or no? How many of you are understanding this? Okay, so this is your orthocenter. And last, just drop a perpendicular from this to this. So again, this starts from C only, na? So meeting point is nothing but C. So what do you remember? In a right angle triangle, the orthocenter is nothing but right angular vertex. Okay, everybody getting it? Yes. Now the third, actually how many? So we are done with centroid, incenter, then orthocenter also done, then finally circumcenter. Yes, circumcenter. Okay, everybody, circumcenter. Now what is circumcenter? Circumcenter and orthocenter is something students gets confused. You should be able to differentiate very clearly what is the difference between circumcenter and orthocenter. So circumcenter is nothing but the point of concurrency of perpendicular side bisector. Now understand. What is the difference between altitude and perpendicular bisector? What is the similarity first of all? Altitude is also perpendicular. Perpendicular bisector is definitely perpendicular. Okay. But altitude is actually compulsorily, altitude has to pass from vertex. So all the altitudes, the origin of altitudes starting from vertex. Okay. And altitude not necessarily should be bisecting the base. Here D is not the midpoint of BC. Okay, bisect. We are not bisecting. If it is bisecting, then by chance it is happening. But this is not a mandatory thing. The mandatory thing is it should start from vertex and it should be perpendicular. Okay, this is your altitude. But what about perpendicular bisector? Now understand. Perpendicular bisector mein first of all, can you clearly see that this perpendicular bisector is not starting from the vertex. No perpendicular bisector is passing through vertex. If it is passing, then it is a bonus thing. But is it a compulsory thing? No. What is the compulsory thing then? It should be perpendicular, 90 degrees should be there and it should be bisecting the base. So altitude versus perpendicular bisector. Okay. So both are perpendicular. Perpendicular to base, perpendicular to base and perpendicular to base. Both are having this similarity. But now altitude is passing through vertex. Okay. And perpendicular bisector is passing through midpoint of base. Everybody clear? Okay. So now this is your base, this is your midpoint. So a line perpendicular to BC and passing through D will look like this. A line perpendicular to this and passing through midpoint of this particular side is this. a line perpendicular to AB and passing through midpoint of AB is this. Now the point of concurrency of 3 perpendicular bisector is this. Okay. All right. Yes. But again, one more very important thing. Again, you will be like, ma'am, but how will you calculate coordinate? Again, right now you can't do it. You need to learn straight lines. So wait for a while. We'll learn straight lines, how to write equation of a straight line, everything, and then we will be able to calculate circumcenter and orthocenter. Okay? Everybody? Yes? Okay. Now if I talk about some very interesting points related to circumcenter, what are they? So first of all, this is your circumcenter, okay? This is your triangle and you have located the circumcenter as well. Okay, ma'am, clear? Now, if you you have that compass, right? So if you put tip of this, we've got 2 pen, okay? And this is your rounder, okay? Ma'am, is all 4 center exist for all 3 triangles? Yes, Rohanit, absolutely. All 4 centers exist. So if you put a tip of your rounder or compass on circumcenter and another tip if you are putting it on either C or A or B, so you will be able to draw a whole circle using this. Okay, you will be able to draw a whole circle using this, correct? Okay, and that circle is nothing but circumcircle. Circum is already outside. In circle means inside the triangle. Circumcircle is outside the triangle. And this being the radius. Okay, this being radius. Radius is nothing but circumradius. Remember, in radius, so circumradius. And one more very much important thing. This is again very important. Okay. Very much important. What is important? So for a right angle triangle, midpoint of hypotenuse, for a right angle triangle, midpoint of hypotenuse is nothing but circumcenter. Okay. So if I ask you what is the orthocenter of a right angle triangle, so you will say B point. Why B? Because vertex at the right angle is the orthocenter. But if I ask you what is circumcenter of a right angle triangle, you will be like, ma'am, midpoint of the hypotenuse. Everybody getting it, understanding it? Okay, clear? Chalo. Okay. Now one very important fact about centroid, incenter, circumcenter and orthocenter. In isosceles triangle, centroid, incenter, circumcenter and orthocenter lie on a same line. And more importantly, in an equilateral triangle, all these 4 points coincide. Okay, Harish? Were you not there when I started the lecture? I have already taught you centroid in detail. What were you doing then, huh? Don't do this to me, huh? Okay, so yes, Abhi, now one very interesting thing. Suppose one equilateral triangle is given to you. By the way, they will not tell you there is an equilateral triangle. They'll just silently drop a triangle whose vertices are given to you. Now you have to figure it out, huh? It's your job that, okay, let me calculate AB, BC and CA, and you'll be like, oh, AB, BC, CA are equal. That means it is an equilateral triangle. And you know what? They will not ask you centroid. They will not ask you incenter. They will directly ask you, find the circumcenter of this ABC triangle whose vertices are given. You'll be like, circumcenter. That means circumcenter, there is no direct formula. So you'll be like, oh, So this is a very tough question. No, it's not a tough question. Just calculate all the sides of the triangle and you'll be surprised. Maybe it's an equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangles, circumcenter and centroid both are same. So why do you want to go through circumcenter way? Go from centroid way, na? You calculate centroid and you say this is circumcenter only. Take my answer. Okay? Okay. Yes. Harish is saying, ma'am, notification not coming. But I to gave you notification in Telegram. Are you not joined in Telegram channel? Huh? Have you switched off Telegram notification? Yes or no? Okay, one more very important thing. In general, OGC ratio is 2:1. Now, what is OGC ratio? OG, to you know na, OG, such a Gen Z term, OG, OGC, okay? So, O over here is orthocenter. G over here is, you all know, G ke denotion to you know, centroid. And C is nothing but obviously circumcenter. So G divides, centroid divides orthocenter and circumcenter line in 2:1 ratio. How many of you will be remembering this? Because this is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Now you have one question. I will give you one question. Okay, everybody. Yes, this is the question. Let's see how many of you are able to solve it. Okay. I am an OG subscriber. Harish is getting it, huh? So Harish, make sure that you are subscribed to Telegram. If not YouTube, I understand that you kind of maybe don't check YouTube that regularly, or you just switch off YouTube notifications. But make sure that Telegram notification you on, because we don't post more often, right? Let the orthocenter and centroid of a triangle. So orthocenter O is given, which is -3,5. O is given, orthocenter. Centroid is given, which is G, that is 3,3. C is the circumcenter, which is not given to you, X, Y. Then what they are saying is radius of a circle having AC being diameter. So you are looking for AC. This is your, actually this is your A. So you are looking for AC. Okay. So AC being diameter, AC by 2 will be radius. So to calculate this, this is 2:1 ratio. This is X, Y, correct? Now just apply section formula. If you know the result now, then the question is absolutely easy. 2x plus -3. Whole upon 3 is nothing but your 3, centroid, right? 3 is equals to 2x minus 3 by 3. So clearly 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 2x is equals to 12. X is 6. Now y. So this is also 3. So 2 into y plus 5 whole upon 3. 9 minus 5. So 2y is equals to 4. Y is equals to 2. So 6, 2 is this point. Now what do you want? AC being your diameter. So calculation of AC, which is nothing but diameter. Diameter will be what? 6, 2 minus 3, 5. 6 minus -3, 9 ka square, 81. 2 minus 5, minus 3 whole square plus 9. Square root 90 is equals to nothing but 3 square root 10. This is your diameter, by the way. 3 root 10 is diameter. Final answer is nothing but radius is 3 root 10 by 2. 3 root 10 by 2, I can't see the answer. So what you can do is root 2 by root 2. Correct? Root 2 by root 2. So if root 2 by root 2 is there, 10 root 2 is root 20. Now root 20 is nothing but 2 root 5. So 2 root 5. Okay, so 3 into 2 root 5 upon this is 2 root 2. 2 to cancel, 3 root 5 by root 2. So option C, 3 root 5 by root 2 is absolutely correct. Okay, everybody. Shall we move on to the next problem? Okay, Daria. Okay, Harish, just go back. Go back because this live, like you see, this live, YouTube live has a feature of watching it recorded version. So no need that, okay, if teacher is there and I am there, then only I can learn. Just go back, no? Make sure that you just go back and watch that section formula portion, okay? Yes, and then come back over here because see, there will be multiple students. So if one student will come, I'll just go back and explain. So rest of the student will feel, huh, ma'am, why are you re-explaining? Then if again third student will come and ask me, ma'am, explain section formula. Then Harish, you will be like, ma'am, I can't listen to section formula one more time because now I want to go ahead, na? I want to learn more. And if fourth student will come, you'll be like, ma'am, 3 times you're explaining same thing. Okay. So yes. Okay, shifting of origin, everybody, shifting of origin. Yes. So in shifting of origin, what happens? Learn it very nicely. I will give you the direct formula. Suppose this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Okay, all right, yes. And you have got a point P, x comma y, okay, yes, and this is your original origin. So small x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0. So 0 comma 0 is this point, okay, O is the origin, correct. Now what are we doing is, now this is your origin. Now your origin has been shifted to a new point, let's say 2 comma 3 or 1 comma 2, something like that. So let me take a generic point. Now your origin has been shifted. So if you shift your origin, then what will happen? See, this is your thing. And this point over here is h comma k. H comma k, that means with respect to old, with respect to your small x, small y, that is, this is your old coordinate axis. You have h comma k. So small x is h. Okay. Capital small x is h. Small y is k, and this over here is capital X, new axis, capital Y, and this is nothing but O dash, okay, O dash, clear? And now because with respect to the original axis, small x and small y were the coordinates, but I am looking for the new coordinates with respect to this, okay? So. Suppose, let me just write that this point has a new coordinate which is capital X comma capital Y. Can I mark it as capital X, capital Y? This is nothing but new coordinates, okay? So now just tell me one thing, if I just do this, what will be this particular length? This is X comma Y, what is this length? This length will be small x. And what is this particular length? This particular length is H, okay? So what will be this length? Can anybody tell me? So x minus h. So capital X is nothing but x minus h. Capital Y will be y minus k. Or it will be easier for you to remember if at all I write x is equals to capital X plus h, y is equals to capital Y plus k. This is your final thing, okay? Everybody, this is shifting of origin. This is the formula. Yes? So, how many of you are ready to solve this particular question? How many of you are ready? Okay, how many of you are ready? So, yes, this is the question. I would like you to solve it, and I am going back, bringing my water in less than 10 seconds. I'll try. I'll come back in less than 10 seconds, and you just solve this question. Let me know your answer quickly, huh? Then I'm going to solve it. कशिश लाइट गई है, पता है तेको? मेरा है और मेरा यूपीएस चल रहा है. I am back. Okay, right? At what point the origin be shifted? At what point? So let me take that point as h comma k. H comma k. Okay? H comma k. If the coordinates of a 4 comma 5, that means this is x comma y, becomes, new one will become x comma y. Now you remember the formula? Formula is nothing but x is equals to capital X plus h, y is equals to capital Y plus k. Okay? So now small x 4 is equals to minus 3 plus h. H is 7. Similarly, small y 5 is equals to 9 plus k. So k is going to be minus 4. 7 comma minus 4. Option A. Yes? Okay. Yes, Rama Reddy. Why are you asking about my offline center? I mean, do you want to meet me or what? Acha, one more question. One more question. Let's do this question then. Okay, so sorry, not this. This one. Okay, if the axis are shifted to the point 1 comma minus 2 without rotation, okay, without rotation, that means normal shifting of origin. Okay, so if the axes are shifted to, so h is equals to 1 and k is equals to minus 2, okay. Then the equation, so this is the old equation, right? So x is equals to capital X plus h, h is 1, y is equals to capital Y minus 2. So what you have to do is you just have to replace small x by x plus 1 and you are going to get 2 capital X plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square minus 4x plus 1 plus 4y minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, everybody? Yes? So 2x square plus y square. Now this is plus 2. Okay. So this is plus 2 plus 4x. From here plus 4 minus 4y minus 4x minus 4 plus 4y minus 8 is equals to 0. Let's just solve it. 2x square plus y square. So 2x square plus y square is right there. Then you have plus 4x minus 4x cancel. So can you see there is no x term over here? Okay, so there is no x term anyway. Now plus 4 and minus 4 also gone. Minus 4y plus 4y is also gone. Okay. So now 2x square plus y square minus 6 is equals to 0. So I think it is matching with option B. Everybody? Yes? Clear? All right. Okay. So I think basics of coordinate geometry is done. Now in the next session, what we are going to do is we are going to do locus, problems related to, first of all, we'll learn what is a locus, problems related to locus, and we'll quickly jump on to the straight lines, various forms of straight lines. Okay. So straight lines has how many forms? First of all, what is a slope, what is angle of inclination, how to write equation of a line whose slope and intercept is given to you, or whose slope and point is given to you, or whose 2 points are given to you, or whose 2 intercepts are given to you, or parametric equation, normal form of equation, and various question among all the forms of straight lines. Okay, so we are going to, ma'am, for these kind of questions, can we substitute in options? What are you going to substitute? No. Are you going to substitute this? No, that will be wrong, conceptually wrong. See, you can't, you have to substitute over here, and eventually the final answer you have to. Now, can you see our answer is capital X, but they are giving in small x. Okay. So after writing in capital X, now you have to write the final equation in small x and y. Okay. So that if you do that, that answer will be incorrect. Okay. So now I think we are done with today's session. I hope that you have enjoyed the session. Do let me know in the comment section whether you want detailed topic-wise lecture. Okay, detailed topic-wise lecture, or you want complete one shot. Okay. Yes, 2026 aspirants, this is for you. Do let me know whether you are looking for complete one shot. But yes, in one shot you have to sit for longer hours in live session. Okay, and one shot is not going to be like daily, obviously. Then what will happen if we do one shot, then one day we are doing one shot, there will be a gap. Okay, but when we do detailed topic wise lecture, no, it will be regular lecture, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, but topic we are going to go in depth. So let me know what are your thoughts about it, one shot or detailed topic wise lecture. Okay. All right. Yes. So this is me, your NinJa ma'am, signing off, and I'm going to see you super soon.